All right, here we are on a nice fall Thursday night, Mitt. A special Thursday night edition of Friday night / Saturday night football here in the Wiregrass. Jim Lofton here this evening with my co-host and buddy Mick Kirkland. And the Cougars just ran through the banner and with smoke, and they need some smoke on the hills. They're about to hit the area where they need to be, Mitt. They've got to win some region games. They're right in the thick of it. No reason they shouldn't make the playoffs. Of course, they got to do it one game at a time. Came out last week a little, I think, kind of thought they put on their helmets and beat a Satsuma team that plays in a tough area and some things. And next thing you know, they put an L in the column, but they got to put that one behind them and let's go hard region. What do you think, Mitt?
I think the Cougars going to come out tonight and they're going to be really up for this game because they know they're at the pivotal point of the season now. They've got to come out from this point on. Every game counts because you want to definitely make the postseason. So I think they'll come out and they'll try some new things tonight, and I think they'll put on a really good show.
I do too. I think we're going to see. We're going to see a few of our athletes playing a little more both ways tonight. That's the word from under the rock, so to speak. And I think, like you said, you're going to see the athletes out there. They want to put the hands on the ball and make sure we get this one and get under control. And we need to win in this region game here.
And I tell you, when Northview's playing on all cylinders, they are a fun team to watch. They have such an explosive offense. And Justin Johnson and Reynolds, they both are so explosive on the offensive end. So you can look for big plays out of the big play guys.
That's exactly right. And like I said, I think they're going to see them making sure those guys get some touches and get more touches this week, and then we'll see it. And as we line up for the kickoff, and of course that's going to be John Boyle, the senior, doing the duties for us, and does a nice job. Also plays on the soccer team, great soccer player. So here we go, we're underway, and Boyle's going to put it somewhat short to the right side, and they mishandle it, and it's going to. I tell you what they did. Russell County fell on it about the 22. Make that the 18, and that's where they'll take over 1st and 10. That would have been Dion Howard who fell on that ball. Didn't want to chance it, try to wait for it to go out of town and have Northview recover it.
Yeah, it could be tragic if you lose the ball down there. Good thing for Northview. It would have been a bad thing for Russell County.
Absolutely.
But Northview have them backed up. They're on their own 17-yard line. So this is a good time for the defense to come in and set the pace of this game.
Absolutely. And we're going to see that big front three up here. We're going to see Brandon Butler and should see both Freeman and Thomas in on that front line. And of course, his linebackers are tough. So, anyway, first play is going to be a short little dive play up the middle. Not much there, and I'll tell you, I saw several folks in there. I saw Roderick Thomas and Butler, all those guys in on there, and that would have been Devon Alexander, the senior running back for Russell County, going to pick up about a half yard.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and about 9 yards, and we're opening minutes of the game between Russell County and Northview.
And they're going to split. They're going to go twins each side, so let's see what we got happening here. We didn't have anybody to talk to get some of our early information on who's who, but going to send a man in motion. He's going to roll out to his right, the quarterback. Drop back, he's looking. We got pretty good coverage. Not a lot there. I tell you what, looks like tight end number 88, James Johnson, caught that ball. That's going to be a nice gain. I'll tell you what happened there, Mitt. You probably saw the Northview man slip, and when he did, I'll give the quarterback credit. He sure picked up that the guy slipped, and that's where he threw it.
That time, number 3, Brandon Williams, rolled out and he hit his man open, and a big gain for him. Northview had him backed up about the 18-yard line. They moved the ball out to the 39-yard line, so it was about a 21-yard gain on the play.
That's right. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Russell County Warriors at their own 39. Going to go with a lone setback, Williams under center, and going to have them split out again. All right, little dive play up the middle. Let me tell you, it doesn't look like there's going to be much there. He's going to pick up about a yard. Saw a little bit of everybody in there. Spencer Pybus in on the tackle. Pretty much a gang tackle, Mitt.
I tell you, it's going to be hard for Russell County to try to go down the middle. There are some big guys down front for Northview, and they hit hard. They close those holes up real quick. They're quick and fast, and it's going to be a long night for them trying to run the ball.
I think so, too. And I'm sure one of the reasons they're trying to run all these guys split out is just for that reason. See if they can loosen up that Northview D. But we're going to have 2nd and a long 9 from the own 40. He's going to go back in the shotgun. Let's see what Williams has under sleeve. He backs up. He's looking downfield. He's kind of being fleshed out, roll to his left under traffic. Well, I tell you what, nice catch down there. I'll tell you what, C.J. Harris made a nice catch under coverage right there, right at midfield, and picks up a couple of extra yards after catch into Northview territory at the 48.
I tell you, Williams has come out and he's thrown a couple of really good passes and picked up quite a few yards. That was for a first down. It moves the ball across midfield. And they picked up about 30 yards on 2 passes here in this series.
We're playing a little loose, so it looks like we got the run covered, but they got to spread out. I'll tell you one thing I noticed is, like I said, flushed out of the pocket. I saw Freeman in pretty fast pursuit in the backfield, but he's got some speed back there, Williams does. All right, he tries it. Well, I'll tell you what, nothing there. That could have been disastrous. He was in the grasp, actually, right there. Let's see who that was. I'll tell you who that was. That's Jacob Curley. Jacob Curley in there wrapped him up, and just about could have gotten thrown with a, in the grasp, but they didn't. But Curley was on him. One thing about Curley is he is a rangy, when he plays defensive line, he is rangy. He's 6 feet tall, only weighs 165. But that speed and that wiriness always makes up for it. And
Curley was back in that backfield really quick, and he almost came up with the sack. You look for him to come up with a couple of sacks tonight.
I'll buy that. All right, we're going to go split with trips to the right here, and we're going to watch Williams from the shotgun again. He's going to send number 80 in motion back to the left. All right, it's going to be a little quarterback keeper, and he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards for a host of Northview Cougars. Stop him at about the 46-yard line. It's going to be third and about a long 6, Mitt.
They're moving the ball. I'll tell you what, they're moving a lot more than what I expected. This drive started on the 17-yard line, and they moved it across midfield in Northview territory. It's down on the 46-yard line. So this, so far, has been a good drive for Russell County.
All right, let's see what he's got up his sleeve. He's going to have twins right with a long back. Williams takes it back from the shotgun. Tell you what, Pybus in on him quick, and I tell you what the beauty of that play was. Pybus made a nice play, but also followed right in there was Brandon Butler. And basically, he just threw it away. Williams just threw it away.
So that was a good defensive play that time for the Cougars. They put a lot of pressure on him and forced him to throw the ball, and they got a hand on it. And
I'll tell you what else you do. I think that's what we're going to see. We're not just going to let him stand back there and throw. I think we'll get pretty confident quick that our corners can play with these guys, and we'll send some pressure.
Well, the first series you're always filling out the offensive team or the defensive team, so they're kind of getting the feel of things, and I think we'll see something happen.
All right, Bryant Dixon is a senior linebacker for Russell County who's going to be punting from about his own 43. Northview's got our 2 specialty men. We're going to have both Justin Johnson and Patrick Reynolds. And Reynolds is going to pick it up at the 15. He's got a hole out the side. He's out to the 30. There's a flag down. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. One man to beat. He cuts back across field. He's holding the ball. Looks like he's going to be taken down around the 35. The only concern I got, Mitt, is there is a little laundry at about the 24, and usually that's going to be a block or a hold issue, so let's just see what's up. It was a very nice return by Patrick Reynolds, and it looked like it was almost a senseless play. He was past it when that flag came down.
I'll tell you what, those kind of things really hurt because it was a great kickoff return by Patrick Reynolds. He took the ball down to the 35-yard line, and we'll see what the penalty is going to be. Yeah, it's going to be a block in the back, so they'll lose those yards and plus be penalized 15 more.
That's the proverbial 65-yard penalty, basically a 50-yard return, and then you turn around and you tack on with 10 or 15 on that, go backwards. So instead of having it first and 10 at the Russell County Warrior 35, offense is going to get a chance to make some plays starting at their own 13.
So Northview will be starting deep in their own territory, the ball on the 13-yard line. So Russell County started on their own 17 and moved it up to about Northview's 45 or so. And
we're going to start. Look at this. We're going to start right off, and we're going to start off with Wimbush in the with them split out twins each side, and one back, Cameron Jackson back there. Wimbush that quick out there to Patrick Reynolds. Reynolds across the 20. He breaks a couple of tackles. He's going to get out to about the 26-yard line, first down yardage. He's going to pick up about 13. Nice play by Patrick Reynolds and Wimbush.
I tell you what, that was a good pass to Reynolds, and when Reynolds gets the ball, he knows what to do with it.
Absolutely.
You can hit him, but he's going to keep those legs moving, and it takes 3 or 4 guys to bring him down. The 2 times he's been hit, it's taken a bunch of guys to get him down.
And that'll also, that'll wear on them before the night's over, too, as they do that. All right, Wimbush is going to be the same. We're going to have twins right and left with Jackson in the backfield for him. We're going to send in motion, and then a handoff up the middle to Jackson. He's going to go across the 30, breaks a tackle to the outside. He's going to go across to the 35, and he breaks another off to the 40, up to the 43-yard line. And I'm going to tell you what, right now, Cameron Jackson with a nice run there, took that first hit and then went on. What do you think, Mitt?
That was a great run that time by Jackson. He was hit early, but he kept going, and he was able to get it to the outside, and he picked up quite a few yards on that play.
That's right, exactly. He's going to pick up about 16 on that play, and we're going to move the chains again. All right, never mind. We got some laundry. All right, we got a hold on the Cougars. I tell you what, that was we need to get some brighter colors over there. We're over in a must be in a dark spot. It was hard to see that laundry, Mitt.
Yes, it was, but the Cougars are being backed up again. That's 2 penalties on this drive. You know, one on the kickoff, which really cost them about 65 yards, and this one cost them about 20-plus yards.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm with you on that. That's exactly what that did. You take those two, you know, you really got almost 90 yards in 2 plays there. All right, let's see here, Mitt. Let's see if we're going to come down here now on a 1st and 13, being it's from the point of action here. Come right back. Come find me when you come back. Sorry. All right, sorry, making sure my daughter was straight out here, Mitt. All right, he's going to hand off to Jackson, second man through. He's following his blocker in traffic. Jackson's going to pick up about 4 yards as he gets across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. And we're going to look at a 2nd and 7. And, of course, I see Matt Mims, sophomore running back, who's done some very nice work this year, who's just checked in. And he's going to spell Brandon McKnight, who is part of that heavy package that plays in there for the Cougars.
Yes, Mims has really come through this year. I'll tell you, he's come into the game, and when they needed big yards, Mims has delivered. So you can look for him to be an impact player tonight.
As they say, he may be toting the mail here in a minute. Let's see what happens. Got 2 in the backfield. Wimber's going to take it back. He looks to his right. He throws it quick out to Jackson, breaks 1 tackle, push off, cuts back to the inside. He's going to go across the 40, and that's first down yardage, Mitt. He's going to pick up about 10. Just some nice running, quite frankly. Looked a little lethargic on the other side on the tackling there. I'm a little surprised, but that's okay. We're out there for first down yardage.
And the good thing about it, no yellow flag.
There you go. Hey, there you go. Not bad.
So the Cougars on their own 41-yard line with their first official first down.
There you go. That's right. We've tested the first down marker several times, and now we're going to go ahead and stamp one in the books. All right, we're going to run trips out to the right. Wimbush in the back, of course, and Daniel George in here, lone man on the left. He's going to hand off to Jackson with that split, and he's going to do it again. He bounces to the outside. He's across the 45, across midfield around the 50, and now down to the Russell County Warrior 47. You know, he just bounced out, and looks like right now he's got enough team speed to handle it.
I tell you what, Jackson is really playing tonight. You know, he's made several big plays so far in the game, and that was a big gainer for a first down for the Cougars that time.
Absolutely. We're seeing them, you know, 5 and 10 at a clip. If we can make that happen, we're going to be good.
So as the ball's on the just across midfield on the 47-yard line of Russell County.
Yeah, we got a little. Hold on, I'm out.
And this time it's a keeper by.
We're going to be Patrick Reynolds. I don't know if you got me here, Mitt. He's across, breaks tackle at 25 to 10.
And he's going all the way. No audio. Okay, we lost audio there. Okay, we're back.
All right, we're back, and I tell you what, I'm sorry about that, folks. Let me tell you what we had happen there. I had a little malfunction on the mic, and as you saw what happened there, Patrick Reynolds got it bounced outside, broke a couple of tackles, and he went yard. So there it is, about a 47-yard run to pay dirt.
Yes, they were about on the around 47-yard line or so.
Hey, there you go. You folks saw it. We're just trying to call it. All right, ball in for the extra point. Clean snap. Kick is up, and kick is good, and the Northview Cougars strike first with 7:27 to go in the first quarter. It'll be the score Northview 7, Russell County 0. All right, Cougars are lining up. Ball to do the duties again, and let's see. They're going to have one lone man deep. They're setting up for that right corner side again. Let's see, and Ball will oblige, but he kicks a little deeper. And they're going to take it right at the corner to 21. But I tell you what, unbelievable coverage down there. I'll tell you that right now. Cedric Jackson, not to be confused with Cameron Jackson, number 21, Cedric Jackson, senior DB, right down there on the play, Mitt.
That was good special team coverage that time by the Cougars. They got the ball down, and they were good coverage, and so they're going to have to start from around the 20-yard line.
Yep, I'm with you. It's going to be 1st and 10, the Russell County at their own 21-yard line, and let's see what the Cougar defense got for them. And if they come out and respond right now, take control of this thing early, and Russell County will be ready to get on the bus and head home. All right, he takes it from under center. He's dropped back again, and he's throwing it long downfield. Ball is playing center field, intercepted by John Boyle right there at the 49-yard line. I'll tell you what, Mitt, he watched it all the way. That thing, I know Dove's season opened Saturday, but let me tell you something. That one was flying early and got shot down. Boyle saw that. He read it from the time he left his hand, was in perfect position. Northview's ball, 49-yard line of the Russell County Warriors.
You're exactly right, Jim, because Boyle, he read the quarterback's eyes that time, and he knew exactly where he was going with the ball, and he just waited on it. And so it's a big turnover for the Cougars. So they get the ball on the 49-yard line.
That's right. They're on the Russell County 49, and we're going to see what's up the sleeve here. All right, Wimbish in the back, going to have a single back. We got trips to the left, and let's see what we got happening here. All right, Wimbish under center, toss back, looks left, comes back, throws to his left, and he's thrown it right out there to Desmond Rogers, who's going to pick up about 4 tough yards with a lot of traffic. I did notice one thing. Let's talk about that offensive line for the Cougars a little bit. D.R. Forrester already down there at about the 35 trying to push some people back. Also saw several other folks down there. Let's always talk about that offense. Jason Smith, who's a senior offensive lineman, getting some playing time tonight. Of course, you got Tyler Hall in the middle. Let's see, Ross Morgan and Brian Carroll out there on the corner. So that's that offensive line giving some protection. Wimbish going to line up a little power set here. Mims in and Jackson. He's going to turn around and hand it to Mims. Let me tell you, I hated that. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
I hated to see that one going because Mims was already about 10 yards downfield. He was ready.
That offensive line created a big hole down the middle, and Mims shot through there, and it was nothing but real estate in front of him.
Well, let's see what the call is. All right, there we go. Dead ball foul, a little illegal procedure here. All right, hey, you're almost glad it's just a 5-yarder.
Yeah, I know. They have been penalized quite a bit here in the first quarter, so they've got to kind of get things together. But, they're moving the ball.
Yeah, they're fine.
And it's just a matter of them. They're a little out of sync, but I think it's just a matter of time.
That's right. All right, Wimbish going to do it with split backs. Drops back. He's going to hand it right off the middle to Patrick Reynolds. Reynolds going to pick up about 6 tough yards, but he's across the 45 down to the 44-yard line. So
once Reynolds gets his hands on it, he shoots through that line, and he's going 3 or 4 yards before the first person touching.
That's exactly right. I tell you what, I think these guys can jump in and take control of this thing. And all right, let's see. We're going to come up with a single back with Cameron Jackson in the backfield. Wimbish going to be out there, twins each side. He's going to take it from the shotgun. Looks like he's trying to check off here, getting some instructions from the sideline there, Mitt. All right, we got 8 seconds. Plenty of time. Let's get the ball off. Takes the snap, drops back, pump fake to the right, throw it to the left over here to Desmond Rogers. Rogers breaks the tackle, gets across the 35 down to about they're going to give him the 36, but it's going to be first down yardage.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. The ball's on the 36-yard line. So they are continuing to move the ball forward and they're doing a really good job offensively. One thing we haven't seen tonight, they haven't gotten the ball to number 2, Justin Johnson.
It's just a matter of time, Mitt. You know it and I know it, right?
Right.
All right, it's going to be back Wimbish. He rolls out to his right. He's going deep, and look at that. Justin Johnson wide open, 5, touchdown. I tell you what, Whit must be clairvoyant. Mitch, you clairvoyant tonight. He just called it. We haven't seen Justin Johnson. First thing they do is fake it, let him in. And Justin Johnson, I tell you what, I think he had a Coke and a hamburger waiting for the ball to get there. And he was wide open.
He was.
And took it on home.
And there's the first pass to Justin Johnson tonight. And lo and behold, it's a touchdown.
There it is. It's 6. And, of course, with 5:10, Cougars will go up 13-0 right now, 5:10 in the first quarter. Boyle will set up for the all-important extra point, particularly as all of us Alabama fans know. Ball down, kick is up, and kick is good. So with timeout on the field, 5:10 to go in the first quarter, Cougars have jumped out to a 14-0 lead, and Russell County's got to regroup. For the kick again, and every time it looks like a subdivision going in on the other side, Mitt. They keep putting more people over there because he's been kicking it off to what would be the Cougars' right, their left, and bottom line to the far side of the field. So Bull, he's going to punch it again, punch it down. It's going to come down around the 20. All right, and probably a wise choice. Let me tell you, Devon Alexander made a good choice. He's taken 2 over there and done much with them, and this time he let it go out of bounds, and they'll bring it up, I guess, to the 35-yard line. Yeah.
So it'll be the best starting field position for Russell County tonight. They started the first drive on the 17-yard line, and the second drive they started on the 20, just past the 20-yard line. So it's a good thing for them. They're going to be in much better field position. But first possession, they moved the ball pretty well, Jim. But the second possession, they got it. Interception by Northview that resulted in a touchdown. So they've got to try to control the ball this time and try to drive it down the field.
Well, I think that's what we're going to see. We're going to see what Russell County comes out with this time. And, of course, Brandon Williams, that junior quarterback, he's going to send trips right, single back with him, coming out of the shotgun. He's going to roll out to his right to try to give him some time. Spencer Pybus, I tell you what, that was a nice little play there. Spencer Pybus just about took him down. Anthony Austin, junior linebacker, made the hit at the 40, so he's going to pick up about a good 5 yards and going to just be across the 40-yard line, Mitt.
And they have 4th down on the mark over there.
That's what home field advantage will do for you, Mitt.
It's second down.
I know it, but home field advantage, we may have just taken 2 from them. You're right, 2nd and 5.
I don't think, I know the other coach is saying, okay, he's got it.
He's fixed it. All right. They're going to go and they're going to split them again with twins each side. And let's see what they've got up their sleeve this time. Williams is quarterback. He's going to take it from the shotgun. He rolls to his left. Little shovel pass in there. Little shovel pass to Devon Alexander, almost up to midfield. Nice play. He's going to pick up about 9 yards. First time we've seen that tonight, Mitt.
That was a good play for the situation that they were in. The little shovel pass out to the receiver and across midfield. Well, it's right on the 50-yard line. So they're moving the ball, Jim. They are, and but I would be careful doing that.
Yeah, I would too. And here we go. They're going to run. They're going to run trips left this time, and let's see what we've got on it. He's going to put Williams is going to take it from the shotgun. He drops back, of course, rolls to his left. Not a whole lot open, and he's going to take a hit. He throws it deep. Looks like we've got coverage back there. I'll tell you what, nice play. He hung that one up, and I'll tell you who it was. That was Mitchell Morales back there playing. C.J. Harris, who's a big playmaker, I guess, down there, taller man. Mitchell came up underneath and made a nice defensive play. Hung that ball up a little bit when he tried to go deep, but Mitchell took care of that.
Great defensive play that time by Morales. He waited on him to throw the ball, and he's a lot shorter than the offensive player, and he was unable to get the ball over, and Mitchell did a good job of reaching out and stretching out to knock the ball down.
Absolutely. So we look I don't think that the long ball is going to be there tonight for them. You don't ever want to say that early, but right now it looks like that the Cougars have got that done. Now we got trips left again. Let's see, guys, fellas over here. Yeah, we need to do something. We didn't, I hope. Matter of fact, we had 2 covering 3 with a free safety back there, so let's see what's going on. All right, we have a timeout on Russell County, and I'm kind of glad because we didn't seem to like we had our coverage rolled over after Morales came out after that last play, so it looked like we were regrouping. Morales is fine. I see he's got a Gatorade bottle in his hand, so he's fine.
Good. 3:51 left in the first. The score, Northview 14, Russell County nothing.
The timeout, we're back. I just thought I'd tell you this to tell you something. Mitchell Morales' favorite song, Every Dog Has His Day. Looks like he's trying to start his tonight. That's his favorite song. Pick up a little inside info there.
Nothing like a little inside info.
That's right. All right.
So
they've still got it. They got a little turn man over here on the corner. I don't know what you call it, little tween. They're going up the middle. There's a little hole up the middle, and Patrick Reynolds is going to take him down. But he's going to pick up about 10 on the carry and just maybe right there first down yardage.
Yeah, that was Alexander carrying the ball, and it was a good run for him. They picked up a first down on that. That was a little different from what we've seen tonight, but it's going to bring up 1st and 10, the ball on the 39-yard line of Northview.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Mitt, what they did that time, which was smart, they got to spread out and watching the pass, and, the middle was fairly open when they had to spread out. Now they're going to go into a tight formation here. They're just going to have one out right and 2 left. Let's see what they do. They're going to try to run a little power play to the left. I tell you what, Spencer Pybus was in the backfield, nice play, and he got a hand on his foot before he turned, so he's going to pick up about 4 yards, but we had a little better pursuit. They were trying to power sweep to the left, and again, going to be right down to about the 35, make it second and about 6.
At times, Papa saved a lot of big yards because he had just about gotten around the outside, and so he probably would have picked up enough yards at least for a first down. But Pabas got to him, tripped him up, and was able to bring him down with about a 4-yard gain.
I'll tell you one thing about Pabas. I've mentioned this before. Let me tell you, he benches about almost 400 pounds. So if he swats a paw, he ought to knock him down. All right, going to fake that to the left, going to roll out. He's under hard pursuit. He's going to throw downfield deep. He's got a man open. Up. It's going to be a Russell County touchdown, I'm afraid. There you go.
Yes.
Let me tell you what he did. He rolled out. He drew him in with that same power play, set it up, unfortunately, very nicely, and hit Antonio Kendrick down there for about a 40-yard touchdown. Brandon Williams rolled out to fake that left power play. They all bit, rolled back to the right. Everybody bit, and he threw it, and the guy was wide open.
Yes, we picked those off before, but the quarterback did an excellent job of rolling out and hitting open man. So, and he was right at the goal line when he caught the pass. Yep. So it's just a couple of steps into the end zone for a touchdown. So Russell County puts together, they start on the 35-yard line, so a 65-yard drive for the touchdown.
All right, let's see what let's see if they're going to make a try for the next point. Let's block this one. All right, pretty good effort, but it's going to be good. And number 53, Michael Chambliss, says a junior offensive lineman. Let me back up. Replay on that. Bryant Dixon, senior linebacker, with the extra point. So with 2:40 left in the first quarter, it's going to be Northview 14, Russell County 7. All right, as they line up, I got to tell you, Mitt, we were commenting there for just a second. I'll tell you what, it was nice play calling by Russell County that time. Got to give them credit. They run, and then they did that power sweep, and then they faked off that power sweep, and we just bit. We were pursuing. We were a fast defense, and we pursued. All right, first kickoff. Let's see. There we go. Going to be taken. Justin's going to fumble it, but that sometimes be good. He's out to the 10, 15. He's got a lot of folks down there. Yeah, he's not going to get any extra yardage. There was about 4 white shirts down there on Justin Johnson, but that's all right. We're going to start first and 10 at our own 15.
I think everybody in the stands are holding their breath because anytime Justin Johnson gets the ball, he's so explosive, anything may happen. So they defended that kickoff well.
They definitely did. And, that's one of those things that, like you said, it's always good to have an impact player. All right, we're going to have a big package in here now. We're going to have Brandon McKnight in at fullback, and we're going to have Mims in at running back, and we're going to go back. We're going to hand the ball to Mims. Tough running. He's going to get out across 15, out to the 20, and he's out over the 20, out to about the 23-yard line, so he's going to pick up about 8. Let me tell you, I like our beef package. But, if you don't know, Brandon McKnight, number 40, 256 pounds, 5'8", 256. And he can make a hole. Let me tell you, Mims is a hard runner. We've already commented on that early night. Matt Mims, a sophomore, 5'11", 180. And, I think I always like it when this package comes in.
That was a good call for first down. They picked up 8 yards, so, it makes second and short for you.
That's right.
So you're in a good position to open things up.
And I believe we're going to run something again. We're going to go to McKnight up the middle. Not much there, but I'll tell you what he is going to do. He's going to get the first down. I don't see any one guy on Russell County that's going to bring him down on a first hit. And he's across the 25 out to about the 26, which would be plenty for a Cougar first down.
So that was another good call by Coach Harris. They picked up just enough yards for a first down, and that's all they needed. So whenever you start off a drive and on your first down, if you get good yards, 5 yards or more, it puts you in a good position to use a variety of different calls.
And I think we'd like to see, maybe we'll just see if they slow it down a little bit. And, of course, you never know with Coach Harris. He's a gunslinger. So we're going to have twins off to the right. He's going to come out of the shotgun. Fakes it up the middle. A little counter play back off to Patrick Reynolds. He's going to get over the 30 to about the 31. So we're going to have a nice gain of about 5 on that play.
Reynolds carrying the ball across the 30-yard line till, they're going to mark it just past the 30-yard line. So it's about a 5-yard gain on the play. So it'll be second and about 5. The ball spotted on the 30.
All right, we'll be in good shape here. We're going to go back with Cameron Jackson in the backfield. Going to be a lone back there with Sterling Wimbish. He's going to take it. He's going to look right. Had a little trouble holding it, but he went ahead and got it on out there to Johnson. Johnson with about 5 yards after catch. He pauled it in at the Cougar 41 and got out to the 45, and it took 4 or 5 yards for him to get him down that time, Mitt.
So that was about a 15-yard gain by Justin Johnson. So it's going to be first and 10 for the Cougars at the 45-yard line. So they just continue to move the ball.
I think we'd be content with 45 seconds in the first quarter to just sit here and establish something. And let's just say, let's get that defense of Russell County on the heels a little bit, and let's let these big guys up front for Northview start moving it. And here we go. Wimbish under center with twins each side. He's going to be wrinkling motions across the middle. And I couldn't tell. There we go. Cameron Jackson breaks a tackle, and he's across midfield over the 45, as you saw, down to about the 43. I heard a phone ring, Mitt, and I thought it was a whistle blowing. And I started to stop and thought, no wonder he's getting the yards, and that ain't the case. Technology is a great thing sometimes, but when you're having trouble processing, that's it. But anyway, super nice play there by Cameron Jackson, and first down yardage and move the sticks down at the 42-yard line of Russell County.
And we've seen Jackson make a couple of big plays tonight. He's done it on the ground, and he's caught a couple of big passes for the Cougars. He's a very versatile player. He's able to run it and catch it.
And I think we're going to see. We got a man down here. We're going to check this out for the Cougars. I'm having a little I'm having trouble picking that number up, Mitt, but everybody's taking a knee. We're going to check him out and see, holding the left leg.
Can't quite see it from here.
I think it's a lineman, and I don't want to call a name, but
that's number 50.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, that's not a good thing. That's Tyler Hall. That's our center, so that's never a good sign. We know what happens. We know what happens. Center usually the guy that calls a lot of these blocks and things off the line. So looks like he's fine. He's getting up, but he's going to be real ginger on that left ankle, and they're going to help him come off there. But we got a big hand going for Tyler Hall. He's played good, but I'm not feeling real good about that, Mitt, because he's not putting any weight on that left leg. So.
Well, let's hope that he's okay. Maybe it was just a minor injury. Let's hope so anyway.
Good guy. You know, he's Tyler Hall's a junior, weighs about 210. Looks bigger than that to me from here, but obviously he's a big Auburn fan, and you'll like this, his favorite movie, Saving Private Ryan. So there you go. Hopefully Tyler will be back soon. They'll check this out, and we'll be good. And coming in to replace him is going to be number 55, Paul Mara, son of Mason Mara, Mason Susan. So Paul's going to get some playing time. I've seen him. He's a big, good-looking kid. He's young. He's junior, so let's just see what we got happening here. It's one of those deals you get pressed into service, and let's see about it. Well, all right. As we just mentioned, had a little trouble on the exchange there. You know, they'll talk about it. Hey, we're going to get into it here for a minute. He picked up about 2 on a broken play, but, you know, you get there, and I hate to say it, everybody's rear end's going to fit a little different in the hands, and got to get used to how that ball comes up and all that. So, you know, we're going to pick up 2 on a broken play, and hopefully what they'll do in this timeout is snap a couple to each other if they can let them do that.
Okay, that's going to end the first quarter. So the score is Northview 14, Russell County 7.
Here we go. We're going to start off the second quarter with the Cougars on the drive. They're going to be at the Russell County 40 as we start off. It's going to be second and about a long 7. And, of course, we said we want to try to check in on Tyler Hall later. We hope he's fine, checking on that ankle. Paul Marr in at center. Snap it back. Patrick Reynolds got the ball. He's going to kick out to the left side. He's across the 35, down to the 30, and powers down to the 25-yard line for a first down. And that's what we talked about. Athlete catches the ball. Patrick Reynolds lined up. Marr snaps it to him. Takes it off the left side.
And the thing that I observed on that play with Reynolds, he kind of hesitated he saw the hole open up, and he shot through there, and he gained a lot more yards.
And, you know, he's got enough speed to be able to do that. You know, Reynolds is in a position to be able to do that. You and I would have to make a beeline early just to try to get to the corner.
I'll tell you, it'll look like we're in slow motion.
Split right, and Reynolds going to roll out to his right. He's going to toss it. Justin Johnson, wide open, touchdown. Let me tell you something. Reynolds rolled out to his right. Johnson was about 3 steps behind a pair of Russell County defenders, and he hit pay dirt. It was not a question. Let me tell you, he turned around. He just kind of floated. Did you notice that Justin Johnson just kind of caught that as smooth as could be?
You know, it looked effortless for Johnson.
It did look effortless for Johnson. It was a nice play and a nice call, and they set it up nice, let Reynolds run it the first time, and this time they bid on the run, and there it is, touchdown. So Ball will set up for the kick with Johnston holding, and let's see if the Cougars can go ahead and get back and establish that 14-point margin again. Bad snap, but you know what? Let me tell you what that was. The snap wasn't bad. It was a whole little fumble. Boyle kicked it just like a soccer guy would, just like you would off the ground. I don't even know how that ball set up.
So with 11:33 left in the beginning of the second quarter, Northview comes out, finishes up a drive, which started, I think, where did the drive start, Jim? About the 17, I believe it started about the 14-yard line.
Yep,
is where it actually started. It started at the 14-yard line.
Just a nice move.
It really was. An 86-yard drive completed with a touchdown, a 26-yard touchdown pass to Justin Johnson, who always seems to be in the right place.
And he's definitely in the right place tonight, I can tell you that. All right, we're going to line up here for the kick, and, of course, Mr. Boyle is going to do it, and he's going to be kicking from left to right, coming from the far to the near side here. And they're going to stack him again over to the right. He's been pinning them in the corner. And that, I know what that is. They had some trouble a couple of weeks ago on the kickoff returns on coverage. So I think they're going to try to take some of that misdirection out so they can push it hard to the side. And I think that's a good play. And that's exactly they're going to take it to 15. And he's going to be out to the 20, 25. He's moving hard left to right. But several Cougars. Let me tell you what. He got hit first by Jacob Curley, but he got finished off down there. I'll tell you who I think that was. He got finished off over there by Michael Mitchell, sophomore linebacker, came in and put the wood to him and finished it off.
So Russell County will start on the 30-yard line. So they're a good starting position for Russell County. They had a touchdown their last possession. It was a 14-yard, it was a 40-yard TD pass.
He's going to pitch out to the right side and see if it's running. Well, let's see what we got. He didn't make a yard. He probably lost a couple of yards over there. And that Northview defense is fast. We had several people. We had 2 or 3 in the backfield. I saw Curley over there. I saw Pybus over there. I saw, let's see, who else did I see over there? I saw a couple of guys' moms over there. I mean, it was everybody over there, Mitt.
I mean, everybody was in on that one. So they lose a yard on the play, so it's going to be 2nd and 11. The ball inside the 30-yard line.
That's right. They're going to be at their own 29, and let's see what they're going to do. They're going to put Twins with a slot man out to the right. He's going to go under center with a lone setback. Fakes that play again. Now he's trying to go out. Let me tell you, he has got a host of people under him in great play. Let me tell you what, we had about 5 Cougars chasing him, and I'll tell you who was over there doing a nice job was Cedric Jackson, senior defensive back. They didn't bite that time. That was the same similar rollout play they scored on earlier. Didn't bite at all.
He was lucky to get that pass off because he was in hot pursuit.
Man, I tell you what, it looked like a bunch of guys at Golden Corral when they opened the buffet, didn't it?
Yes, it did. So it's going to be
third down.
Yeah,
11 now. Well, we're having some discussion there. I tell you what, I think there was a little push or a block. Yeah, we saw it over here. You pointed it out on the play. Ivan Freeman was rolling, and there was one guy had his hand in Ivan's back pocket, I think, as he came out.
Yes, I saw the hole on that play. I didn't see the flag when they threw it, but
I didn't either. They must have a new color or something. I can't spot these yellow flags. No, I need to go see the optometrist tomorrow.
It could be eyes, Jim.
All right. Well, let's see what we got. They declined to play, obviously, on the incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 11. He's going to go to the shotgun. And let's see what kind of play Williams has. He's going to send a man back across in motion. Look at this. How about this play? He handed off to him. I believe I'm going to tell you that was Spencer Pybus that read that play. And Spencer was in the backfield and just about could have taken the handoff. Dropped him for about a 5-yard loss. Beautiful play, and they're going to go into punt formation.
I tell you what, Pybus was almost there at the same time the ball got to the running back.
Exactly right.
So it was great penetration that time by the Northview defense, and it was a loss of about 5 yards on the play. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're going to have Johnson deep, and we're going to have our 2 men. We're going to have Johnson and Reynolds deep for the Cougars. Going to be at about the 42-yard line, and let's see what happens with the punt. By the way, you like this in the middle linebacker, but Pybus' favorite movie is Rambo. That's no shocker, is it?
Not at all.
Let's see what we got going on. All right, we had pretty good penetration. Looks like something we could return. We did the smart thing. We got away from it. It's going to be 1st and 10 Cougars at their own 41-yard line. So with 9:41 left in the first half, the score Cougars 21, Russell County 7. All right, Cougars are going to come out, and they're going to have split twins each side. And going to be, I tell you, it was a nice handoff up the middle. Cameron Jackson breaks it to the outside. He's across the 40. He's running into a little traffic, and he's going to be thrown out at the 35-yard line. But let me tell you what, it's a beautiful play. Joe Coachman came in as quarterback, and he handed the ball off to Cameron Jackson, who popped it out to the right side for about a 25-yard gain, Mitt. Nice play. He got off that first line of defense, and when he popped it outside, he was just clean running.
I tell you what, Cameron Jackson's playing an excellent game tonight. He's having a really good game. He's doing it. He's running it well, and he's catching it, too. So I don't know what his total yards are for tonight, but
and Coachman in the shotgun here, and he's going to hand it off the middle of Patrick Reynolds. Well, I'll tell you what, nice penetration there by Russell County, and that was number 20. Let's see, who's that? Number
23, LeRon Brooks.
And it was a nice play that time. But as we go back to the Cougars, yes, some nice play calling already. I'm liking what we're seeing so far.
So the Cougars, that's one of the few first downs that they didn't pick up quite a few yards.
That's right.
So it's going to be 2nd and long for the Cougars. The ball on the 37-yard line.
All right, let's see what Coachman's got up his sleeve. He's got twin backs in there. He's got Mims and Reynolds. Reynolds, he's going to flip it out to Reynolds, the left side, across the 35, out 30. Going to be almost down to the 25, very close to first down yards. Nice play. Just get out of traffic, flip it over to Reynolds off the left side, and let Reynolds do the work.
That's all you got to get in Reynolds' hands, and he definitely knows what to do with it. And he took it out for about 9 yards on the play, so it's going to bring up 3rd and short.
And here comes our Big Mac package. We're going to have Brandon McKnight and Matt Mims in there. And again, as we talked about earlier, I really like that package. That's my kind of play here.
I tell you what, look.
Coachman's going to hand off to McKnight slow, and he's going to rumble and stumble and carry about 4 guys with him down to the 21. So he's going to pick up 5 on the fullback dive. Nice play.
That was a good drive that run that time by McKnight. He picked up 5 yards. They only needed 1, so he got 4 extra ones.
That's
so
right.
That puts him 4 yards closer to the goal line.
That's exactly right. Nice running, nice play, and I tell you what they're going to do. I'm starting to. It's a little early, but I'm seeing a few hands on the hips on defense. So let's see if these big guys for Northview can't just keep powering out. And Paul Marr doing a nice job up there, stepping in for the center. Handoff to the right. Oh, I hate that. Handoff to the right side. It looked like the Coachman and Mims may have tangled feet. Mims had some room to that right side, but we're going to lose about 1.5 yards on that play, but not because the turf monster got him, Mitt.
Yep, sure did. It's been known to take a few down.
It has.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The ball about the 22-yard line. This drive started on the 42-yard line.
And we still got the big package in, but now we're going to have Wimbish come back in at quarterback. Wimbish going to take it under center. Fake to Mims. He's going to throw it downfield. Justin Johnson wide open. Touchdown.
I was about to call that one, Jim.
Yeah, good play. Let me tell you. Mitt was trying to get it out. I was running up, but let me tell you what. Wimbish stood back. They faked that play. And he took a good shot, but he fired it over, and Justin Johnson was wide open. And I'll tell you what, nice play. Very nice play. About a 23-yard strike, and Cougars are going to go up 27-7 with 7:24 here, and we'll set up with the extra point. And let's see what we got here. We got, of course, same deal. We're going to have Boyle kick. He did a nice job on that one. And as Johnson was trying to get a handle on it, let's see what we got here. Snap, the hold, the down. Boyle, nice kick. It's good. And with 7:24 left in the first half, the score will be Cougars 28, Russell County Warriors 7. All right, Boyle will line up again on the far side, going to be kicking to the near side as Russell County is set up for that same play. And here we go.
So on that last play, it was Justin Johnson, 3rd TD catch tonight.
Boyle kicks it right over there to the 25, and tell you what, nice little move up there. He's going to get out to about the 34. He made several Cougars miss. I'll tell you this, Marquise Hood, junior defensive back for Russell County, did a nice job. He kind of did a little jitterbug there and picked up about 9, but nice play. But Cougars control it, and that's what they're trying to do. They're not trying to pin a guy on the 5. What they're trying to do is not have something broken for the big gainer. And that's what it'll be. It'll be 1st and 10 Russell County at their own 34-yard line. So let's see if they get a little anxious and start lofting it. I don't think that's what they need to do. I think they need to take control of the ball. They don't need this Cougar offense back on the field.
Yeah, they definitely need to run some time off the clock because every time Northview's touching the ball, they have been scoring. So they need to just run and pick up the first down.
Rolled out. We got pursuit. He's firing to the right side. I'll tell you who did that was Matter of fact, Anthony Austin, linebacker for the Cougars, got a hand on it downfield. He rolled out to his right mid and was going to try to do that rollout pass he's been running, but, boy, the Cougars are really watching for that now.
Yeah, let me quickly recap, Jim, the scoring drive. It was a 42-yard scoring drive for the Cougars, and it was ended with a 22-yard TD pass to Justin Johnson. It was his third TD catch of the game. And once they get down near the red zone, they have been hitting Johnson wide open.
And not that he wasn't probably in position anyway, but if this keeps up, it'll be scholarship night for Johnson. All right, he's rolled out again to his right. He's trying to throw across the middle. That I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if he trapped it. Looks like they're going to give him credit for the catch. It was not a nice, actually pretty nice play. Marcus Woods for Russell County on the catch at about the 46-yard line. Going to pick up 13 yards. So nice play. We had it, okay defended. He just made a nice play and a nice catch.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 45 for Russell County. They're trying to get in the end zone. They were able to score early in the game.
Yeah.
They scored in the it was in the first quarter on a 40-yard TD pass with 2:40 left in the first.
And they're going to run hard twins, almost a stacked twin on the right side and twin on the left. Let's see what he does. He's going to hand off. Guess what? Nothing there. I tell you what, he did not fool one person there. And I'll tell you the guy that he really did not fool at all in that case was Cedric Jackson. Cedric Jackson came in and met him right as he got the ball, dropped him for a 5-yard loss back to the 40.
That was a good defensive play that time by the Cougars. 3 Cougars were in the backfield just about the same time he handed off the ball. So good defensive stand that time by the Cougars. So it's going to be 2nd and extremely long for Russell County.
That's right. I thought that might have been Cedric's prom date. He was in there so fast. All right, now he's going to roll back out to his right again. He's going to look a little longer to the sideline, and he doesn't make the catch. Williams tried to throw it to Arthur Williams, sophomore wide receiver, but Brandon Williams from Russell County, Williams on the sideline could not hold on to the ball. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 15.
If he had caught that one, it would have got him back near the original line of scrimmage, but it went through his hand. The ball was there. He just couldn't hold on to it.
That's right. And if you're for the defensive team, you're glad. All right, he's going to send twins right, single man off here to our near side. And looking like he's trying to call a play as the clock winds down. He's going to take the snap of the shotgun. He's roll out looking right. He's going to try to go a little deeper this time. Oh, I tell you what. We're playing a lot of center field, but he was wide open. Marcus Woods had found a seam down the middle at about the Cougar 40, and he just hit him in a bad place, right in the numbers.
Right in the numbers.
Right in the numbers.
I probably could have caught that one if it hadn't surprised him. Maybe it surprised him.
Don't build yourself up too quick, Mitt. I've done that before, and when I came out and looked down, I had a football print on my shirt. No catch. All right, let's go. From the 40, he's going to be back to punt. And, of course, we're going to have Reynolds and Johnson back deep for the Cougars, and they're going to look at about their own 35 or so to field this ball. And let's see what we're going to have here. A little early to fake it. All right, we got some pretty good penetration. Nice kick. It does not turn over, but it drives them back. Reynolds takes it at 25, comes to the right side. He's got a hole. Cross the 35, cross the 45, to the 50, to the 45, to the 50. He's going to go. He's got one man to beat, the punter, and the punter is wet. 5, touchdown. Touchdown, Cougars.
Let's see if they give it to him or not.
They
gave it to him.
I'll tell you what, that was a nice play. Patrick Reynolds got that ball, and as you saw it, he found a little seam up the middle, and he took that thing 75, almost 80 yards, and he did a little weaving and bobbing. And I'll tell you what you got to give credit for on that team there, return team. No clips, no holds, and you know what that turns into? 6 points. So with 5:31 left and an 80-yard punt return by Patrick Reynolds, the score is going to be 34-7 Cougars, and we're going to line up for that extra point again.
Great run that time by Reynolds. I tell you, he has such good vision on the field, Jimbo. He saw all the openings, and he was able to just go around the defenders, and I think one person touched him, and that was when he was diving over the goal line.
Exactly right. The punter touched him on the way, but, you know, the punter ought to be able to touch him as he goes in for a score on that. All right, yes. 5:31 in the first half. Score Northview 35, Russell County 7. All right, well, Mitt and I were debating whether it was 75 or 80, but since it's a home team thing, he gets an 80-yarder. Anyway, somebody will officially score it. We just know one thing, it was 6 points.
And it was a great kickoff return.
It was. And Boyle is going to kick it over here right where he's been kicking it all night. And let's see, we got some great pursuit. Let's see what we got here. I tell you what, nice little return. He crossed the 30 out to about the 35. And I'll tell you what, for Russell County, Devon Alexander's done a pretty nice job trying to return. He's been trying to find that little seam out there, but Cougars have kept him hemmed in, and they hadn't had he's not quite fast enough to outrun this coverage.
I tell you what, he had one man to beat. If he had been tackled there, Mills was the only one back. If he could have gotten past him, he could have been gone all the way for a touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You know what? We said this starting the game. I don't mind mentioning it now. What we said was that the athletes are going to put the balls in their hands tonight, and we got 5 touchdowns off probably, 2 of the better athletes in the team. All right, we're going to have a little tight handoff up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards on that play out to about the 39-yard line. And I think, quite frankly, Russell County just wants to let's settle this thing down a little bit. We're getting struck hard and often on big plays. So Jacob Curley in on that cat tackle. I wanted to make sure we mentioned his name again. He did a good job. We called him earlier, but let's see if this Cougar defense can rise up. And I know they can.
Well, what Russell County needs to do here, they need to try to get a couple of first downs and just use up some clock, use some running plays, get a couple of first downs.
Absolutely.
And try to run the clock out and try to get out of this first half without Northview scoring any more points on them.
Exactly right. And we're seeing a little bit of substituting here for the Cougars. I see Cortez Gibson in and a couple of guys. I mean, they're not we're just going to do the smart thing, substitute some guys in, get some playing time and right now, and but keep up the pressure on them.
And we talked about at the beginning of the game how this could be an explosive game for Northview. They have struggled the last couple of games, and I feel like they've worked on some things, and I felt like they will come out tonight and really put on a show, really come out, and it be a breakout game for them because, we're midway through the season, and you've got to start really getting things together if you want to go to the postseason.
No, that's exactly right. This is, as they say, this is the first step of a journey. So second about 6. Let's just go see what Williams has got up under his sleeve. A little high snap. He handles it fine. Rolled out to his right. A lot of room. He ought to run it. That's what I was thinking. He's going to be there for first down yards. Nice open field tackle over there on the right side as he crossed the 40 by Cedric Jackson. But he crossed the 40 of 45 for a first down. And I tell you what, it was really a coverage run. We had them all hemmed up, and by the time it was there, everybody was open. He had free sailing. Yeah,
he wanted to pass that ball, but the secondary did a good job of defending, and he had absolutely no one to throw to. So he kept the ball, and he picked up a first down.
All right, so still at their own 48-yard line, and he's going to go with trips left, and let's see what Williams has up under his sleeve for us here. He's going to roll out to the left. Look at that, Jacob Curley, nice play in there, not going to give him any room, and you know what? That's what we thought. Holy smokes. Well, hey, I tell you, you saw that as I did. Let me tell you what happened, folks. The Northview guys were trying to decide, no, it's mine, no, it's mine, no, it's mine. They had it red, and they bounced around and just about let the guy catch it. And he did catch it out of bounds. You saw him, he jumped back in and tried to act like he had it. Ref was right on it.
It was a hot potato, Jim.
It was a very hot
potato. It was a hot potato at the buffet at Golden Corral.
Well, but no, I'll tell you what, with some of those guys out there, that potato had been eaten. But I know what you're saying. I'm with you. All right, going to be second and 10. Let's see what
Russell County got a break that time because it was almost intercepted.
Easily, very much. We just had a little battle down there to decide was it going to be Reynolds' ball, was it going to be Corey Young's ball, and anyway, but going to go out of the shotgun again. Drops back, looks right. He's trying to. There you go. Nice play. Let me tell you what that was right there. Ivan Freeman with hard penetration, and what happened is he was going to throw it. I almost looked like he was going to try to do a little quarterback draw. Freeman beat his man and took him down for about a nice 7-yard loss.
That was a great play by Northview that time. They backed him up. Loss of about 10 yards, 8-10 yards on the play. So they're back to the 41-yard line. This drive actually started on the 35, and they picked up a couple of first downs, and now they're back on the other side of the field.
There we go. It's going to be 3rd and 17. He's going to roll out to his right. He's got a man in front. Got Morales playing center field. Now he's launching one. We got a guy behind the traffic. I tell you what, we had a man who got behind traffic down there. Number 7. Let's see. That's going to be Chris Rigsby, a junior wide receiver. Got a little behind us, but the ball was well overthrown, and actually I guess would have been out of bounds. So.
Yes, he was wide open that time. He just couldn't get it to him, and lucky for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's going for the good guys.
So the score 35-7, 3:37 left in the first half. Northview on top, and they've come out and they are playing really good tonight. Russell County managed to score one touchdown on a 40-yard touchdown pass earlier in the game.
And we're going to have our tandem back here, Reynolds and Justin Johnson back here at about their own 33 to receive this punt. And I know that's not something Russell County's looking forward to. Let me tell you, Cedric Jackson just about got in. And Johnson wants his time. He's going to run to the right side across the 35, 40, to the 50. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. He just outruns him. He's to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Justin Johnson. No laundry. Let me tell you something. I'm just going to lay it out for you. It is Russell County's just outmanned right now. Those two athletes are touching the ball, and every time they touch it, they are playing like, men and gun boys. That we've heard that phrase used before, but let me tell you, Johnson took the ball. They had a couple of chances. Nobody wrapped up. And when he got down the right sideline, you kept thinking they're going to push him out. He just had a step on him. Johnson, of course, has great speed. He's registered at least at a 4.40. And if he keeps this up, as we said earlier, this is what you call scholarship night. He's going to make some AP with this. And if anybody doesn't know who he is, then they're going to know pretty quick.
It's only his fourth touchdown tonight.
And we're still with 3:21 to go in the first half.
And he's caught 3 touchdown passes. Then that was about a 70 yards plus TD kickoff return. In the previous kickoff return, Reynolds took it for 80 yards.
Uh-oh, bad snap. Let's see what Boyle does. You know what? See, you like that smart thing. He just falls on it and says, you know what, we're going to be 41-7. I'm not going to do anything dumb. Not going to let him get a 2-yard deal back, but that's it.
So really the smart thing for Russell County would have been with Reynolds and Johnson both back to receive on the kickoff. That's double trouble.
That's
double
right.
trouble. And it resulted in a touchdown for Northview.
With 3:21 to go in the first half, it's 41-7 Northview. And I'm like you. I think the next time, I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to take a knee? Are they just going to hand it over and say, let's let the offense, they may go for it. I don't know what I'd do if I was in their shape.
Well, I would definitely kick it out of bounds, and they'll get the ball on 35.
Got to look at doing that.
And so it's just been a tough night for special teams. But Northview's special teams have done an excellent job on kickoff returns, a 70 and an 80-yard TD kickoff return back-to-back. So how many times punt returns back-to-back? How often have you seen that?
I've seen it at least once, Mitt, and that's tonight. But I'll tell you, you're right. And that's the problem. They're sitting here and they kick it the other way, and they think we'll let Johnson take it. And, of course, we all know what kind of athlete he is, and they know that. I mean, these guys know what's going on there. 41-7. I'll tell you what, Cougars hadn't seen a run like that in a while. Boyle is, we'll see if Boyle's going to get the ball down on the tee over there on that far hash. And I tell you what, I don't know if we'll see it yet, but I can imagine after about the first drive of the second half, you're probably going to see some folks get some playing time over here for the Cougars.
Oh, yeah, I imagine he'll
Boyle's
go deep.
going to hit a knuckleball down the middle. It's going to be taken over here. This is going to be different by Ikea Epps. All right, there you go. That slowed him down enough. Let's see how fast that Cougar defense. I mean, we got speed over there, and he broke a tackle or two, but when one guy slows him up, you got enough folks down there to take care of that. So Russell County's going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 31 with 3:10 to play in the first half, and the score, Northview 41, Russell County 7. All right, let's see what Russell County's got up their sleeve now. 41-7. You got to go back. There it is. He's going to drop back to pass. Curley in hot pursuit. But there's a nice pass over the middle. He hit number 88, James Johnson, at about the 45. Curley was about a step behind from taking him down prior, but Williams knows about that now because Curley at least go ahead and put a little leather on him when he hit him.
15-yard gain on the play, so it moves the ball out to the 45-yard line with just under 3 minutes left in the half. And they need to just pick up a couple of first downs, Jim, run the ball and try to run this clock out and not let Northview put in more points on the board. We talked about that their last possession, and what did? They punted it, 70-yard touchdown run by Justin Johnson.
You're right. Russell County's going to run trips right with a single back. He's going to roll out to his right side. Williams, he's looking. Now he's going to run. We got a hole back there, I think. He's going to cross midfield and be out of the Cougar 45, but I'm pretty sure it's coming back because as the old song is, the dirty laundry is out.
Yes, flag is down near the 40-yard line, so it's going to be holding. So that's going to back them up with 2:31 left in the first half, and it's been all Northview except for a 40-yard touchdown pass by Russell County.
You know, Russell County made the one play, and you said, hey, you know, of course, I know they always come here to play. Everybody comes to play ball and high school ball, and they came to play. They came back and responded. Northview promptly responded with a couple of plays right behind it and touchdowns, and you know, it's got to be a little demoralizing for them, but, you know, they're still out there playing hard, and that's what you expect with high school football in the Southeast.
And when they scored the touchdown, Northview was leading 14-0, so it was a 14-7 game, and that was at 2:40 in the first quarter when they scored their only touchdown.
Now, they got a taste of one of those 25, 30-yard penalties there with a holding play after a nice gain. So we're going to go back to first and about a subdivision. First and 26 over here at their own 29, and he's back. He's looking. He's got nobody yet. He's got pursuit. He's just going to kind of throw it. Well, I'm not going to say he threw it away. Now, come on. I'm sorry. I got a hard time in seeing that one. The only thing I saw in bounds was his foot when he came back in bounds. But they're going to give him credit for a catch at the 44-yard line. So, you know, I'll tell you what. This Brandon Williams, junior quarterback at Russell County, is showing some athleticism tonight. He's on the run. That last play, Roderick Thomas was chasing him down, and he got the ball off and hit his receiver over on the far sideline. So going to be second and about a long 10 here from the 45, Russell County 45. And he's got quad off over here to the left. He's going to roll out to the left. Let's see what he's got. He's looking. He's going to dump it off up here. We got a nice first hit over here on this side by Jermaz Thompson. Hit him first. Didn't quite get him wrapped up, but he's going to pick up about 6.5, about 7 yards. So they're going to come back from that first and long and have a third and short now, third and about 2.5.
This drive started on a 31-yard line, but with the penalty, they had advanced the ball across midfield.
Yeah.
And with the penalty, it backed them up inside the 30.
First little test for the Cougar defense. You know, got a third and short. Let's see what you can do. Let's see if you can come up here and get a little angry with them and see what you can do. Got Joseph Allman in as a linebacker, a sophomore, getting some playing time. In pursuit, he's looking downfield. We had good coverage over there. Cedric Jackson was on him, was on James Johnson, that junior wideout. He's caught number 88. James Johnson's caught a couple of balls for Russell County, but pass was a little off mark, and it'll bring up about a 4th and 2. I think you got to go for it at this point if you're Russell County.
Definitely need to do that, but I'll tell you what, he could have gotten the first down if he had ran the ball.
That's exactly right. If he'd have turned it upfield, he could have, and I think what you're probably going to see him is do a play-action rollout here, and let's just see. Let's just see what we got Brandon Williams coming with. 1:23 left, 4th and 2. I think this smart. They got to make something happen. They can't afford. Northview could play it a little tight. That's what he's going to do. He's going to roll out and see if he can get pinned. Oh, holding. Come on, ref. All right, let me tell you something. I'm just going to tell you. I'm not going to call him very often, but Justin Hughes on the left side, I'm going to say, I got to look this up.
He wasn't held. He was tackled.
Yeah, I was going to say, let me just tell you something. I'm going to tell you, Justin Hughes weighs in at $165, but on that play weighed over about 350 because that guy was just on his shoulders. All right, I'm over it already. All right, first down, it doesn't matter. Russell County, there's no way to review it at the Cougar 38-yard line with 1:15. And let's see what they come up with. They're trying to put a little life into it. Cougars playing a little soft right now. Let's see if they tighten us up. All right, a little high snap. Downfield across the middle. I tell you, hit Derek Harris, who's a freshman, true freshman for Russell County, and he couldn't hold on to it at about the 27-yard line. So stop the clock with a $1.09, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
It was a good pass. We've seen a couple of them hit the receivers right in the chest, and they dropped it, and they could have been big gainers for Russell County.
And I'm going to mention to our fans at home you might have to be a little patient with us because we're starting to see a couple of numbers come in there. You know, like I said, some of them I've seen play obviously before. Joseph Allman in there, sophomore linebacker, so we may be getting where we'll have to call some numbers and give us a chance. But anyway, sat back to him. He's looking. He's got pursuit. Gibson in on him. Long downfield. Ball is there as well as he was looking for the interference, but it wasn't there. Ball was right there with him, was right there with James Johnson at the goal line. And, Ball's been playing a nice DB.
Yes, he has. We've called his name quite a few times tonight, and he's done a good job in that secondary. So Northview submitted and 2 left in the first half, and they're up with a very comfortable 41-7 lead. Ball's on the 39-yard line. It's 3rd down and 10 for Russell County.
That's right, and of course we're going to see Williams here in the back with that same going to come out of the shotgun obviously at this point, and he's back, he's looking. It was going to be, it looks like a little middle screen on the ground. There you go. Yeah, you know, good thought. Had let him through, but couldn't get that thing to make.
Yeah, that one hit the ground first, so incomplete pass. So it's going to bring up 4th down, and you're in a position like this, you just go for it. What do you have to lose?
Got to go for it. Got to go for it. They'd be better off to run 10 seconds off the clock than they would to be punting to Reynolds or Johnson.
Right. You don't want to. You know,
if they thought they could get 55 seconds done, Mitt, they might tell him to go and do. You've seen that in the pro occasionally. You might go back and take a safety. Might be a better play.
You don't want Johnson or Reynolds to test the ball.
You don't want, and they're not. They got to go for it here. This part of the game, I think they're going to call a timeout and talk about it. So timeout on the field, 54 seconds in the first half. Timeout. Russell County scored. Northview 41, Russell County 7. All right, Mitt, here we go. 4th and 10 for the Russell County Warriors, and let's see what they can come up with a 4th and 10. And he drops back. He's going to go to his right. He's got some pursuit coming in on him right now, and he turns loose long downfield. It's going to be intercepted. I believe that's going to be who else? That's going to be, well, I'll tell you who that is, Mitchell Morales. Mitchell Morales back there picked him up a nice trophy on the left sideline there at about the 10-yard line. Now, you know, there's your little play there. 44 seconds left. We got it. The reality is we probably should have slapped the ball down, but you know what? If I'm in high school and I got a chance to pick one off, I'm doing that so I can give my stats when I'm 55 years old. Nobody remembers that play.
But he'll remember it.
He'll remember it. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's you got to do that. Matter of fact, I think they got him catching it out of bounds. So, anyway, there we go.
So, it's going to be 1st down for the Cougars. Ball on the 39-yard line.
Yeah, and I think you'll see us run out. We're going to see some play here. We're going to see, matter of fact, we're going to see Joe Coachman in at quarterback now. And he's going to hand it off to the right side over to, hold on. I tell you who that is. That's Shaderick Williams. We hadn't seen a whole lot of Shaderick lately. I think he got hurt a few games back. But Shaderick's in there, and he's doing some hard running. He and Trey McKay. Trey McKay is in there as well, senior wideout. Glad to see some folks get some playing time tonight. Lots of them.
I think we'll see a lot of that tonight. Northview up 41-7 in closing seconds of the first half. And I think second half you'll see a lot of the reserves get an opportunity to play.
That's right. Going to be handoff to Alonzo Collins around the left side, across the 50, across the 40, down to about the 37-yard line. And there's a nice play as time will probably, oh, not quite. Let me tell you, Alonzo Collins with a nice one, senior running back. Glad to see him get some time. And Cougars are going to be content to let this one run out. Let's go to the locker room. So we're showing 2 seconds on. As soon as they put it in play, it'll be done. We're going to wrap up the half with the Cougars 41, Russell County 7. All right, we're going to start back at the top of the second half, starting off with a score of 41 Northview and Russell County 7. Let's go over a few stats first, Mitt. First half stats, 8 different guys toted the mail, as they say, for the Cougars. 16 carries for 172 rushing yards, 8 for 8 passing, 122 yards. So we're at 294 in the first half, 14 first downs, and that all-important return yardage, 147 return yards, 2 touchdowns. Recap that scoring for us, Mitt.
Okay, let's recap the scoring drive. The first score was an 88-yard drive, which resulted in a 47-yard TD run by Reynolds with 7:27 left in the first. Second drive, Northview drove for 51 yards and a 31-yard touchdown pass to Johnson with 5:10 left in the first. And that made the score 14-0. In the next possession, Russell County drove the ball down for a 40-yard TD pass with 2:40 left in the first period. Northview then got the ball and they drove 86 yards. The drive started on the 14-yard line and it resulted in a 26-yard TD pass to Johnson. Northview next score came on a 58-yard drive with a 22-yard TD pass to Johnson for his second touchdown of the, for actually his third TD pass of the evening. And the second quarter, 80-yard back-to-back touchdown on punt returns. The first one by Patrick Reynolds, a 80-yard TD return, and then the very next punt possession, Justin Johnson went 70-plus yards for the TD. So the score is 41-7 Northview leading at halftime.
Right. Really, the only little blemish, they had one nice offensive play there that they did, and other than that, a little tough round trying to handle it on a return is really the only blemish. But if you're giving them the Dothan Eagles scoring, you're pretty much getting A's across the board right now. I guess you got to give them an A minus for the extra point that had a little issue. But you know what, an A minus. A, B, C. Rodney Dangerfield said at one time you're always in the top 3. A, B, or C, in the top 3. All right, here we go. And guess what? Cougars get the ball to start with. And we're going to have Johnson and Jermaz Thompson deep for the Cougars. And they're going to kick a worm burner down there, and it's going to be picked up by Reynolds. Reynolds picks it up. He crosses the 40. He's got a little break. He's got a little hole. And, he's going to, that was across the 30. That's what's worse than when you try to kick it short than Reynolds happens to field it. But anyway, they're going to start at first and 10 at their own 38-yard line there, and he was about a player or two away from making a little something happen there. But here we go.
Reynolds had an outstanding first half, running back a kickoff return for a touchdown, and he also had a 28-yard touchdown.
And let me tell you, just like we talked about, we're going to see a lot of players substitute already. We're going to go ahead and see Joe Coachman in here at quarterback, and he's going to have Shaderick and Mims in here. First play is going to be off to Shaderick. He's going to come off to the right side, and he's across the 40, across the 45. Hard running, going to pick up about 8 yards. Shaderick Williams, and we're glad to see him in here.
That was a 47-yard touchdown run by Reynolds in the first half. So he had 2 touchdowns in the first half. So we don't expect to see much of him here in the second half. I think we'll see a lot of the reserves getting a chance to get some experience, which would be important later on in the season.
Absolutely. Listen, give these guys, all of them, a chance to get out here and play, and so we're excited about that, and let's get them honed up. All right, we're going to hand it off to Mims to the right side across the 50. Down, hard running, man. I'm telling you, that Mims, hard running across the Russell County 45 down to the 43. He's going to pick up about 10 himself.
Mims he's hard to bring down. He comes through the line. He's tough. He shoots through the line with a lot of speed and a lot of power.
A couple of folks I want to call some names. I saw Graham Duncan out there, sophomore wide receiver in there, as well as Ben Roberts, senior wide receiver, getting some playing time there. So we're going to be trying to do that. And T.J. Marshall out here split to our side, and we got them twins to the right. Coachman back. He's going to throw it. Nice play. I tell you what, that's kind of a shame. It's Trey McKay over there who had the ball hit him, and he just, I tell you what, he had so much daylight, Mitt. He was already thinking 5 yards ahead before he caught it. You could see it from here.
He was running before he caught the ball because he saw, like you said, a lot of daylight ahead of him. But he'll get another chance, and I tell you what, he's going to catch the next one.
I guarantee you he will. All right, we're going to have twins here to the left, and Coachman running from the shotgun play here. 2nd and 10. Coachman's going to hand off to Shaderick off here to the left side. not a whole lot of room there. Matter of fact, he's going to just about be a no-gainer there. You know, I give Russell County credit. These guys aren't going to give up by any means. They're out here still trying to play hard, and we'll see if they can pick it up this half and see what they can salvage out of it. And Cougars going to be content to run the ball and run a little clock, and that's what this will be about, and getting some playing time, as you said. Graham Duncan back in at wide receiver along with Ben Roberts, and looks like Alonzo Collins all out there for the Cougars. So along with Mims and Shaderick Williams in the backfield. We still got the big hogs up front, though, now. You know, I always like that. I see all our big boys still running lines. So let's give these guys a chance to see what happens. Out of the shotgun, Coachman back, looks over at those who's left, and ooh, in and out of the hands of Ben Roberts over here on the left side. That's going to bring up a 4th and 10 here at the 43. And looks like Coachman, who does the punting duties for the Cougars, will get a chance to try one of those tonight.
Well, it's a good start for the second half of Russell County. They had very good pursuit on those plays, and they stopped Northview. But like we talked about, Northview has substituted here in the second half, and so it makes things a little better for.
That's what it's all about. Getting some playing time, getting these guys in here, getting some game situation. You know, you can practice all you want, but nothing is the same as a game situation. I don't care what you say. All right, Coachman handles it nicely. Nice kick, nice kick. He's going to drive him all the way back to his 5, and he mishandled it. We're going to get a safety here. Safety. That's going to be a safety. Let me tell you what happened. Number 26 for Russell County, Marquise Hood, it went through his hands at the 5 and it went in. He didn't have any choice. He had to try to bring it out at that point. He was about 8 yards deep, and there was a sea of red jerseys, or crimson garnet. You know, I went to Northview. I ought to know that color.
And you're actually wearing a Northview shirt here.
I know, but it didn't have the name of the color on there, Mitt. That's my problem.
Oh, okay.
Right. So the Cougars are going to pick up a safety here, and that's going to make it 43-7. And they're having a little discussion down here, and I guess they got to find out from them what do they want to do. Do they want to punt? Do they want to kick? I don't know. But you don't see safety's not that common, but folks, you got to see one tonight. And again, you know, probably what you'd normally tell a guy is, hey, if it's inside the 10, you know, a lot of times you're inside the 10, let it go. He tried to field it at the 5, and it just went through, and there you have it. So with 9:48 to go in the third quarter, score Northview 43, Russell County 7. All right, Mitt, you know what? Anytime we call, we got standing corrected on that one. Now, they're calling that a touchback. You know, that must be some kind of ruling. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's a ruling issue. I don't know. Anyway, Russell County's going to pick it up, pitch it out to the right side. Number 25 with some hard running over the 25, and he's out to about the 28-yard line. And he's going to pick up about 8.
That was a really good first down play for Russell County. That was number 25, Alexander, carrying the ball out to the 28-yard line. So it's a gain of about 8 yards on the play.
About 8, yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure somebody will. I have to get explained this that touchback ruling, but you know what? I'm just going to let it go, Mitt. All right, 2nd and 2, and let's see what they're going to do. I think that's exactly what they're going to try to give it up to the up back, the only back there for them. Alonzo, let's see, that's number 25. We've called
Alexander.
Devon Alexander, and he didn't make that first down. Matter of fact, he may have lost about a half a yard.
Yeah, so it's going to bring up 3rd and short for Russell County, and they are trailing 41-7. And you know, we thought it was a safety, but there's a wide enough margin between the two teams, so we won't make a big issue out of it.
And I'll also make this up, Mitt. Not only will it not be the first time I've made a mistake, it's only 9:45. It probably won't be the last time tonight I make one. So there we go. All right, 30. He's going to try to sneak it. Got a little push from behind. We'll have to see where the spot is. Looks like based on the spot, he's going to have it by about a half yard. So it's going to be a first down for Russell County, and, you know, it's probably something those guys need right now. The one thing they don't need is a Cougar offense back on the field.
Exactly. They need time of possession. They need to control the ball here in the second half just to make this game respectable. They need to just inch out first downs, eat some time off the clock.
And I'm going to tell you one thing I'm kind of glad to see right now, quite frankly. The Cougars are playing a lot of these starting defense. Defense does need a little more work, and I think that's a good thing to do right now. All right, man in motion, going to end up with trips on the left. He's going to do a quarterback draw up the middle, and he's got some speed. And let me tell you something. Jacob Curley grabbed him. I'm going to tell you right now, if Curley doesn't grab him, Williams and that nice keeper with some speed showed a pretty good deal. He ran for about 15 over the 45 up to about the 47-yard line. And I think that's what Russell County knows they got to do, sustain a little drive here and hold the ball for a while.
Hey, we're only able to put together one drive in the first half, which resulted in a 40-yard touchdown pass. So they're going to come out here the second half and just try to move the ball down the field and try to control the tempo of the game.
All right, here we go. He's going to roll out a shovel pass. There it is. Hey, nothing there. He tried to reverse field, and I'll tell you, Devon Alexander tried to cut back, and he just went straight down. But there was about 3 Northview jerseys right on him, headed by Cedric Jackson among the group.
I don't see them having much success with that play because of the speed of the Northview defense.
Yeah, they had one play earlier, but I'm like you. That's 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Let's just see. We'll just see what these guys got up their sleeve.
Ball's on the 47-yard line.
Yep, they're just shy of midfield. He's going to go back. Obviously, he's going out from under center with a lone back. He's going to turn around. He's going to fake it. He's going to roll back out to his left. He's looking. That's a hard pass. A floater, I'll tell you what, if they put just a little more on it, he had James Johnson down there as one of his favorite receivers. He rolled to his, and that's tough to do. Roll out to the left, right-handed quarterback, and threw it. But he really did throw a nice ball. It was still off his hands, and quite frankly, I think Johnson should have had that thing, but that's okay. It's going to be 3rd and 9.
He needed to stretch out just a little bit more. He could have brought that one in, but it was basically a good pass on the run.
Yep.
We've seen their receivers drop some balls they should have caught, and if they would have stretched a little bit, they could have caught a couple more, which could have turned out to be big plays for this team, and they need some big plays right about now.
Listen, that's for them. That's what it's all about. All right, with 6:36 to go in the third quarter, Northview's going to call their first time out of the second half, and the score is still 41 Northview, Russell County Warriors 7. All right, Cougars are going to come back on this. It's going to be the 3rd and 9 for the Russell County Warriors, and they're going to run twins to each side with a single setback there. And, of course, Brandon Williams at quarterback, junior quarterback. Like I said, looks like a good athlete. Cougars show a little blitz. They come in. They're going to throw that screen. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Let me tell you what happened. You saw it. Cedric Jackson snuck in there, and that would have been pay and dirt, both parts of that check. He did it, and I tell you what, I think he had that same deal. I think he already saw the goal line when he started touching that ball, didn't he, Mitt?
That time, Northview rushed him, and he was going to try to sneak a little screen pass in there, but the Northview defense read it, and they were ready for it, and he almost picked that one off.
That's exactly right. It was a nice read on that one. 4th and 9, Russell County's got to go for it. They got trips to the right side. Going to bring him back in motion off to the left side. We're going to send some folks. He's trying to sneak through. Let me tell you what, nice play right there again by Cedric Jackson. Williams' quarterback was going to do it on a designed quarterback draw with that speed. He had success on a little earlier. Williams was having nothing to do with it, and Cougars will take over on downs at basically at the Russell County 48. Not bad.
No, Northview, great defensive stand. They were able to move the ball. That drive started on the 38-yard line, and, it wound up on the about the 48. So,
yeah, not bad.
So with they were only able to get about 10 yards on that drive.
All right, we're going to have
actually it started on the 20 because of the ball going in end zone.
We're going to have Coachman in at quarterback again. We're going to have McKnight and Shaderick. It's going to be off to the big man, McKnight. Brandon is going to rumble for about maybe a half yard. He is not what I would call your side-to-side runner. What I want to see Brandon McKnight do is take that ball and head straight. I don't even want to see him slant, and I don't want to see anything. I want to see him throw a pork chop about 15 yards down the field and watch him go after it.
Yeah, I'd like to see him do that. Definitely.
I don't think they're going to, though, Mitt.
I don't
see any pork chops on the sideline. All right. But I love watching McKnight. I like big guys. I like to watch big guys in the backfield, and he's done a nice job for the Cougars this year.
What's amazing to me now, the speed of big guys these days. Used to big guys, you thought strong and slow, but these guys are fast and strong.
That's exactly right. All right, Coachman's rolling out. He's got a mess. There you go. I tell you what, there were 5 Russell County Warriors in there, and I know they had another thought about what they were going to do that time, but it's good penetration by the Warrior defense, and they're going to throw him for a pretty substantial loss, about an 8-yard loss, and we're going to go with 3rd and 18 here. And but you know, that's what this is all about. This is all about getting experience. It's all about these guys getting out here and getting some reps under. And you know, we got a few. And I'm going to try to call some of these linemen. We got some linemen in here now as well. I see Matt Sharon, who's a senior offensive lineman out here. I see, of course, we got Paul Morrow, who's in there, who replaced the injured Tyler here earlier. Let's see. All right, we got a pass over the middle, and nice pass, and it's going to be back across midfield. And it's going to be, let's see, who's that going to be? Alonzo Collins with the ball for the Cougars, and he's going to get back all that loss. It's going to be, what, 4th and about 9 then. Is that right?
That was a good screen pass there by Northview. On the previous play, you know, you had mentioned something earlier about these guys from Russell County. They are still out there playing very hard.
Playing hard.
They are. And you have to take your hats off. You're trailing 41-7 here late in the 3rd quarter, and things are not looking up for you. But if you're still out there, you still give it 110%.
Absolutely. Low snap. Coachman handles it fine. He's going to kick a knuckler down there. He's going to go down at the all right. Well, he's down anyway. Ref should have blown that one down. Got caught it on his knees. Russell County's going to take over at their own 12. So with 3:57 to go in the 3rd quarter, the score remains Northview 41, Russell County 7. Yeah, Mitt just commented. Colonial Bread Factory is up and running, and Mitt and I just gained 2 pounds just sniffing it, didn't we, Mitt?
I can remember in high school. That's one thing you always remember about games at Rip Hughes Stadium. You always smell that fresh-baked Colonial Bread.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what. There was a time, I think, for 50 cents, so you could go over there and they'd bring a loaf out the side of the door. If I'm not mistaken, they would bring is that what you remember, Mitt?
Well, I just remember the aroma of fresh baked bread. Now, this was way back when.
Oh, I know. No,
it was probably a quarter a loaf then.
Yeah, they may be giving away free bread as old as you are, Mitt. You can do that, but the funny thing now, I look back on it and I said, you know, I wonder if I don't mean anything bad about it. I said, now these days you look at it, you go, do you think that money went into the kitty, or you think the guy baking and handing out the door was just getting a little bread tip? I tell you, but really it was kind of a set. It was great. I wish they'd do it again. I wish you could walk over there and do that. I'm sure the health department wouldn't like it, but I do wish you could go in there and get some of that hot Colonial Bread. That's a good deal. All right, looks like our boys in the striped shirts got it all sorted out, and Russell County is going to finally start 1st and 10 at their own 12, and he's going to start out under center. So let's see what we got with the long back. Handoff up the middle, and he's going to pick up a couple of yards. Going to get out across the 15, maybe to the 16. So it'll be 2nd and 7. Let me just let's go over this defense. I'll tell you who I saw there. Justin Hughes, senior linebacker, getting some reps in there right now. I also see Dara Akindura, senior linebacker, in there playing. Also, of course, Joseph Allman in there. Here's another one, Landis Ritter, junior defensive end. I see him in there, as well as looks like Michael Mitchell, senior linebacker, sophomore linebacker. So we're getting some playing time here by a lot of guys. All right, it's going to be handoff to the right side, and again, I'll tell you what, these young guys that are out there popping, he may pick up a yard. It's going to be 3rd and about 6, Mitt.
They are. You know, these guys, they see this as an opportunity to show the coach what they're capable of doing. And, you know, a lot of times you get into games like this and you make a good showing. The coach, you know, when the time comes, you know, hey, let's put him in. He showed us what he could do in that last game.
Absolutely. Let me call another couple names. We got Ralph Jones, junior defensive back, on one side, and Brian Poole, senior DB, over here on the left. And so we're getting to see a lot of folks, and I always like to call them out. Mamas and daddies hopefully are watching and appreciate us trying to do that. All right, he's going to roll out to his left. He's looking. He's got nobody. He's going to try to throw it. Well, okay. Oh, look, nice play. Let me tell you what happened. You saw it first, but at the 30-yard line they did it, and what happened? Patrick Reynolds popped him. He dropped the ball. There you go.
You know, Reynolds is all over the field. He goes both ways, offense and defense, and he makes big plays on offense, and he makes big plays on defense.
Absolutely. By the way, another one over here, Robert Henderson, sophomore DB on the near side with us. I will tell you this, I did kind of isolate that time on Mitchell Morales. He had the long man covered like a blanket, so nice job by Mitchell over there. All right, it's the I tell you what, it's the Russell County nightmare. We got Reynolds back at the Russell County 45 to receive the punt, and let's see if we can sneak in here, see what we got going on here. All right, we rush him hard. Reynolds is smart with all that coming down. He took the fair catch at midfield. I think Russell County was more relieved than anybody else.
I think they were, because he's just so magical. He's able to do so many things, and he has a 80-yard TD off a punt return in the first half, and he also had another touchdown in the first half.
That's right.
So he scored 14 points, where he scored 2 touchdowns in the game, and so he's an explosive player.
Yeah, these two guys, like I said, two athletes there. All right, we're going to come back on offense. Of course, like you said, we're going to see Coachman in at quarterback, and let's see, we're going to hand it off because this time on a counter play over to Shaderick across the 50. Got a little bit of running room. I tell you what, extra yardage after the hit, and he's going to get down. Shaderick's going to get down to about the 46-yard line. He picked up 4 after the initial hit, so you always like to see those yards at that. And of course, we also had Brandon McKnight in there in the big package, so let's see what we got. I see Matt Mims is coming checked in now, so we're going to have Shaderick Williams and Matt Mims in at running backs. All right, let's see. We got split with twins to the left. Pull back. Heads up. All right, flipped it out to Mims. Mims over the 45. Mims to the 40, down to the 37-yard. Let me just tell you, Mims is one of those kind of guys, you don't bring him down very often. The first guy that hits him, you better wrap up hard because he's working it the whole time.
That was a good reception that time by Mims, and the yards after the catch, you hit Mims. I don't think one man's going to bring Mims down. It's going to take 2 or 3 of them. He runs so hard.
That's
and
right.
So tough. He's a tough one to bring down.
He is. His favorite player is Michael Vick. I tell you what he is. He's also sophomore 185, benches over 275. So good deal. All right, we're back with McKnight Williams on the big package. He's going to hand it to Williams back to the left side. He's across the 35 to the 30 to the 25 down to the 20. Nice run there. Nice run by Shaderick Williams, senior running back. That's going to be a gain of about 15 yards. It was maybe about 20. Nice play there. Looked good.
That time Williams showed his speed there. He came out of that backfield like lightning, and he ran over a couple of guys and picked up that first down.
Williams, he registers in at 5'5", but runs a 4.5 40 at 165 pounds. So he's got some burners there to be able to put on when he needs to. So. All right.
And this is a great opportunity.
Here's my favorite. Look at this. We got McKnight over here as a wideout. You seen a 260-pound wideout over here? They're not giving him any respect either. Let's pick him up. Well, there you go. That makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Ben Roberts on the reception there for the Cougars, senior wideout. That makes a lot more sense that McKnight was going to be out there for a block as they set up that quick out over here. So we're going to have okay. All right, good deal. Ben Roberts with a nice catch. Glad to call his number and see him out on the field contributing as well.
Ball down on the 17-yard line. This drive started at midfield, 50 yards.
And that's going to wrap up the third quarter, Mitt. And at the end of the third quarter, we got the score, Northview 41, Russell County Warriors 7. All right, here we go. Starting the fourth period, of course, the score, Northview 41, Russell County 7. Mitch, you want to recap that last quarter?
Not much.
Changed.
It's not much to recap.
All right, there we go. Coachman going to hand it off to Shaderick Williams. He's going to blast over the 15 down to about the 11-yard line. Should bring up a third and about a 1.5, 2 yard to go. Shaderick Williams with another nice carry. Like I said, glad to see him in the lineup doing some good things. Also I see Trey McKay in there as well. There you go. Here's the name, Kendall George, sophomore wide receiver. He's over here on the right side. Ben Roberts out to the left. We've also got in at running back Martavius Bell, junior running back over here on the right side with Shaderick. Hand off to Shaderick. He was met. Tell you what, Lofton was fooled. Touchdown, Coachman. Let me tell you what, he sold that play. I watched him and was just about to tell you Shaderick took the hit, and Joe Coachman's going to run it in from 12 yards out, and that was a very, very nice play. Coachman faked that handoff inside. I saw 5 white jerseys around. There's only one problem. We had a holding on there, Mitt.
They're going to call it back?
Yeah, we got to call it back. And this deadgum, I got to get us some brighter flags out there. That yellow's just not doing it. Maybe we need to go international orange or something, Mitt. I just can't see them.
I didn't see it. I didn't.
I'm in trouble. Denny Vision probably going to get me down there. I don't know what else to do.
Hey, and I've got on an extra pair of eyes, and I still didn't see it.
Yeah, what's up with that? You got on glasses. You didn't see it either, so maybe that's not the ticket.
It was a ghost flag.
That's exactly what it is. No, that was a keep it close flag, I'm afraid. I don't know. I didn't see. I can't see it. I couldn't see the flag, much less the penalty. All right, clock running with 11:15 to go, and that'll bring it back, making about a 3rd and 6 from the 16-yard line. And that just tells you, if that's the case, that hold was well past where the ball was. But anyway, all right, here we go. We're going to have Matt Mims, Shaderick Williams in there with Coachman coming out of the shotgun. And let's see what we got here on 3rd down. Takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his right. Coachman's got some room. He's going to throw it downfield. Nice play. Coachman down to Kendall George, sophomore wide receiver at about the 5-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down. Nice play. Nice play.
That was a nice rollout to the right by Coachman. And he connected down near the 5-yard line.
That's right.
That was number
Kendall George, number 32.
32.
George, sophomore wide receiver. Let me tell you, I've been to a couple of JV games, Mitt, and I've watched these guys make some plays. So Northview hopefully is they got this stable with some thoroughbreds and some young colts all getting ready, and hopefully for good things to continue on. So,
well, if you look at the lineup, there are a lot of sophomores and juniors and some freshmen on the team. So, I think you're starting to see this program turn around. Coach Harris has done an outstanding job turning this program around. The guys are coming out, and we've seen outstanding games by this team. And they're on the upswing, and I look forward to more games like this.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think they can. And again, they're putting it together. They're getting athletes out. They're getting people out playing ball again, people getting excited about football again. And that's what it takes. It's not an easy sport. It's not a fun sport to practice. People, I love baseball practice. Anybody that goes out there and knocks heads that likes that probably ought to be boxing, Last guy I think enjoyed that was may have been Rocky Balboa. I don't know. But anyway. But there we go. And speaking of that, I'll bring that up right. Well, hold on. We'll come back to that in a minute. Coachman's in, and he's going to have Martavius Bell and Shaderick Williams there with him. He drops back. He throws a little quick hitter out there. I think that ball pass was incomplete. He tried to throw it over there to Trey McKay on the right side, but there was a lot of traffic over there. Anyway, what I was going to tell you was, I don't know if you've seen it, but they are coming out with another Rocky movie called Rocky Balboa, and I'm like, well, what can they do this time? But you need to see the trailer, Mitt. It was good. They showed me just enough that I'll pay to go see it. Anyway, all right, back to the game at hand. It's going to be 2nd and 5 now for the Cougars. Still Williams and Bell as the running backs. Coachman at quarterback. We got George and McKay. All right, it's going to be handoff over there to Martavius Bell off the left side, and not going to be much room there. He's going to be back at about the line of scrimmage. So we're going to be looking at 3rd and 5 again, and 3rd and goal from the 5.
That was a good defensive stop that time by Russell County. Like we talked earlier, these guys are still out there giving it 110%. They're trailing 41-7, and we are here in the 4th quarter, and they're still hustling.
They're going to trying to keep these Cougars out of the end zone, and I know this Cougar squad would like to get in here, but let's see what Coachman's got up his sleeve. Same backfield. Coachman's going to take it. He's going to hand it off to Shaderick up to the middle, and still nothing there. I'll tell you, they sure have tightened up. And I know we're playing some guys to get some time. I see Ben Scott, offensive lineman out there, and of course Morrow was out there on offense. Therese Salter. So we're getting a good group of linemen out there for the Cougars, young guys that need to get some reps. But in this case, they made some good moves against that first team Russell County defense, but he couldn't quite get it in. So Ball's going to come in, and he's going to try a field goal from the 13, so we're going to make it about a 22.5-yard field goal. And let's see if Ball can go ahead and take that. Little high snap, he handles it. Kick is good. Ball's good. Good kicker. And so now with timeout on the field, 8:57 to go in the 4th quarter, the score will be Northview 44, Russell County 7. All right, Cougars are lining up for that famous far to near side deal. They're going to pretty much, I can tell you what's going to happen. They're going to probably kick it to Devon Alexander over here at about the 20-yard line. Bull kicks a squibber just because I said that. He's going to be taken down at the 22-yard line, and he goes out his outside. May have a little hole. No, great pursuit. All right, he's going to reverse field. Cougars everywhere. There's lots of Cougars there. I saw Robert Henderson in on a play. He's going to be across, as you say, 30 down to about the 33-yard line. And I was glad to see that. Cougars still running with a solid kick team.
And I'll tell you what, that last drive was a 50-yard drive. Coachman did a good job of engineering that drive down to the 5-yard line. They weren't able to punch it into the end zone, but they were able to get a field goal off of a 23-yard field goal by Boyle.
Another one, got another junior in here. Kyle Grumban has come in now at defensive line to join the forces down there. And let's see what this Cougar defense has got. Williams going to roll out hard on him. Go ahead. He's going to look downfield. He's going to go deep. He's going to go deep, but it's not going to happen. Intercepted, and the ball was intercepted by Michael Mitchell. He's going to be back across midfield to the 45. And sophomore linebacker Michael Mitchell was back there. Quite frankly, ball just a little underthrown, but Mitchell was right place. Made a nice one-handed interception if you saw it. The receiver actually had a step, but he was about too far out of the range for Williams, and Mitchell intercepted it, brought it back, and be first and 10 Cougars at the Russell County 46. But it's nice to see a guy like that, Michael Mitchell, make a big play as a sophomore linebacker. And there you have it. There you have it.
And that was a great play. He reached out with one hand, kind of like a basketball player.
Exactly right.
Go up for the rebound, grab it, and pull it in.
Now we're going to have another one. This is a guy they tell you need to watch. B.J. Chitty, true freshman quarterback. A little bad snap. He's got it. He goes out. Look at him run the ball. He picks it up, and he's going to get it back past the line of scrimmage and pick up a couple of yards. But Chitty, they tell me, is a good athlete. He's a guy to watch for in the future for the Cougars. And he's going to get some reps here.
He showed a lot of poise there. He fumbled the snap, but he kept his composure, picked it up, and made something positive out of it.
Absolutely, and he's going to maintain. It looks like Shaderick Williams and let's see, trying to see who else is going to be back in the backfield with him here. We'll know in just a minute. 15, 25. Probably Alonzo Collins is going to be back there with him. Chitty with the snap. He's going to hand it to He's going to hand it to Collins on the counter play. And let me tell you something. Collins, probably that's one of those Excedrin headache plays. The guy met him. Good play by Russell County. Met him right as he got the ball in the backfield. And, this is a chance for some of these young linemen for the Cougars to get some chance. There's Matt Sharon, who's a senior lineman down there. We got Therese Salter, sophomore, in there playing. Of course, we already told Paul Moore at center. Ben Scott, junior offensive lineman over here on the right side, and guard. I'm trying to see who the guard is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But we got some young guys in there. They got to get used to picking these assignments up and picking these plays. And they're playing the first team Russell County defense, what they're playing. All right. Chitty's going to take it back. Oh, bad snap. Chitty. There you go. See, another heads-up play there. Chitty just said, look, bad snap got past me. Let's just go ahead and take it down and not try to do something crazy.
Right, and you like to see that in a young quarterback.
I do.
You know, he don't go into the panic mode when something bad goes wrong. That's
exactly right.
He kept his composure, did the right thing, fell on the ball, and they'll have to punt it away.
All right, we'll see. Of course, we got about six minutes left in the game here, and of course, 44-7. The game is not, as I'm going to say it, Mitch, no longer in doubt. I've said this before. If I weighed about 350 and had a skirt on, I'd be singing. Because a fat lady would be singing now. It would be over.
This is a big win for Northview. This is a region game,
yep.
And it will help them in the standings going into the playoffs.
Coachman with a kick that's going to come down, and it's going to be down at about the Russell County 47. So we're going to go with a 10. About a 30, not quite about a 30-yard net punt, no return, and with 5:44 to go in the game, Cougars 44, Russell County 7. All right, we're going to see some other. There's a Landis Ritter, junior defensive end, who's also coming to game for the Cougars. See Graham Duncan out here on the right side as well, playing a little DB. All right, let's see what Williams got. He drops back. He looks. He's looking. He's going to throw that screen out. He's got a little running room out here. He's across the 50, across the 40. He's going down the sidelines across the 30. He may go all the way. It is touchdown for Russell County. You know, it was a nice screen play. They set up that screen off to the right side, and we've actually watched Devon Alexander run tonight, senior running back. First team offense still in for the Russell County Warriors, and this time he went ahead and took it the distance for about a 49-yard touchdown.
That was a really good run that time. Pass, that was Alexander.
Yeah, Devon Alexander.
On the pass. And that was a 52-yard touchdown run.
Yeah.
So that was a big play for Russell County. They needed that just to kind of lift their spirits.
They need something to ride back on the bus and talk about at least somewhere. So, that's a anyway, and again, the key is, of course, we got a lot of people getting some playing time out here for the Cougars, and they're going to go for two right here. He's going to do the quarterback draw, and he's going to step on in. So with 5:15 to go in the game, it's going to be score Cougars 44, Russell County Warriors 15, and there you have it. We're running. All right, we're going to have Graham Duncan deep as well as T.J. Marshall for the Cougars deep this time, and that's a good play. You know, you don't want one of you guys with a bit more region games coming up to get hurt when one's not in doubt. Ball is going to be kicked. Well, they tried to kick it. They tried to kick it short, but it hit about 4 Russell County players.
And
so I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to hit a Russell County player when he did it, so it didn't go 10 yards.
Right, I see a flag on the play,
yeah.
So that's going to back him up.
I spotted that laundry that time. That's. You know, I guess that's from home. My wife says I can't spot dirty laundry at the house either, so I guess that's part of the deal. But I did see it that time.
So they're going to back him up, and they're going to have to re-kick.
Yeah, now what we need to do, this is actually get the hands team out there. The Cougars need to go ahead and that's what they need to do. This is a smart play. Same deal. You know, go ahead. Somebody say, why are you putting your first teamers in there? Well, I'll tell you why. You know, how many times do they get a chance to get an onside kick when it's live? Not very often. So I would do just what he's doing. I think it's a good move. Get your ace team out there. Keep your deep men back like you are, because those are both good ball players. Marshall and Duncan are doing a nice job. But put that hands team up there and let them get used to what's happening. Now, I think they can get up 5 more yards. There you go. All right, guys. Now you got it. But this is what they need to do. This is smart play. Good coaching. Good move. I saw Coach White yelling at him on the sideline, said, let's do it, and I think that's what you got to do. Who cares whether they kick it deep now or not? Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right, there we go. Graham Duncan's going to pick it up at the 25. He's across the 30 up to about the 35-yard line. You know, and that's fine. You got your hands team in. They decided we'll kick it deep. Duncan returns at 10 yards out to the 35-yard line. So with 5:03 to go in the game, of course, the clock operator needs to punch that stop button, but that's okay. 5:03 to go in the game, and Cougars will take over at the 34-yard line.
So they're going to be starting on it just shy of the 35-yard line. So we'll see if this team can move the ball down and score some points. Their last drive, they were able to get a field goal out of it.
See, Stuart Granger's another lineman who's come in, who's seeing some playing time. And Chitty in at quarterback. Let's see. Let's get a little something going here. Chitty needs a few clean reps. There you go. He's back. He's going to whip it out to the outside over here. He's going to be picked up. He's across the 40. He's out to the 50, and he is going to the races. Alonzo Collins down to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown.
Touchdown.
Alonzo Collins. Let me tell you what that was. That was called 76-yard play, and it was real simple. Chitty just threw it out in the flat to Collins. You know what I love to see? That senior running back, not starting. Alonzo Collins grabs that ball, and he just starts rambling and running, and he's gone. I mean, he gets down there and gets past that defense, and he showed some great speed there. I'll tell you, Collins is like I said, he's a senior. He shows that he's running a 4.440, and I'll tell you what, he proved it then. Weighs 187 pounds, about 5'10". Michael Vick fan, and his favorite movie is The Longest Yard. Well, he's got 76 long yards to talk about.
That was a great run that time.
Nice play. And the extra
Collins.
point is good. And there you go. I don't know when we've seen this. The Cougars have scored 51 points now. And, you know, they're not running it up. That's a fourth team. That's a lot of reserves in there. I don't want to call them what team they're on. But, you know, Chitty's a true freshman quarterback. And just a nice play out, a little pitch flip to Collins, and Collins goes yard. I love it.
It was. So the Cougars reserves have come out here in the fourth period, and they have put 10 points on the board. The previous drive, they 50 yards, and it ended in a 23-yard field goal, and this time they go 76 yards for a touchdown.
That's kind of drive every coach likes. One play, 76 yards. But let me tell you what's nice about that. Here's what you pick up. Nobody made a bad block. Nobody got there and held. Nobody did no penalties. So you got these guys out here, and they're playing. A lot of these guys are reserves and young guys getting some playing time. Nobody made a mistake. Touchdown. You got to love it.
And I tell you what, Collins, once he hit that sideline, he turned on the afterburners, and it was nothing but goal line from that point on.
And Boyle hits a worm burner that's picked up at the 30, and that's going to be Darren. Let's see, who is that picking it up for it? I don't know, but he picked it up at the 30. He's going to end up at about the 23-yard line. That was Marcus Wood, sophomore running back for Russell County, who fielded that ball. And there you go, with 4:07 left in the game. 51-15, Northview Cougars on top. All right, and with 3:56 to go in the game, Russell County still out there with that first team trying to get some reps in, and the Cougars got a lot of guys getting some playing time. He's going to roll out to his right guy. He has got a lot of room, and he's going to turn it upfield, what he should do. Williams across the 40, 45, running down the sidelines. We're going to run him out at about, looks like midfield. And, you know, one reason is he got a coverage back there. I mean, we got our defensive guys, pretty well got him covered. And I see a couple more guys coming in. Let's call some numbers. Craig Powell, linebacker, coming in for the Cougars. Trey Butler, sophomore linebacker, coming in for the Cougars. So a lot of guys getting a lot of reps. Ralph Jones, junior defensive back out there. Let's see who else I see out there. Nick Gambrelli, junior defensive lineman. So a lot of Cougars, a lot of playing time. That's what the coaches need to do, and that is what they are doing. All right. He's going to roll back out to the right this time. He's looking, and he's looking downfield deep. Oh, that's a wound. Whack, 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 whack. All right. I'm sorry. I thought the Ducks were flying in. I'm sorry.
Well, he was hit pretty hard that time.
He was hit.
So the Ducks had a little help there.
Well, I know that, but I tell you what, I saw that ball go up, and that's all I could think about it. I have my stamps with me and my shotgun. Jump out of the blind there. That's not, like I said, just a good play. Pull. There you go. Ricky Collins coming in, sophomore defensive end now for the Cougars. Alondis Ritter coming in as well. I'm trying to call all these folks' names. Darren Akindura, senior linebacker. I see him with some playing time in there now as well. Let's see. There we go. Chris Roberts, sophomore, back in there as well. Let's see. All right. Let's see what Williams has got up his sleeve this time. 2nd and 10. He's going to roll out to the right. There we go. Downfield, he is up, and that's his favorite. You know, that's his favorite target down there, James Johnson. And it's complete down to the 31-yard line. But the Cougars are running and playing hard. And with 3:12 left and 51-15, the game is not in doubt. But hey, let's watch these Cougars get some reps.
I'll tell you what.
Dusty Harrison, sophomore defensive lineman, now just coming in to get a couple of reps.
Williams has done a good job for
he has.
Russell County tonight.
He sure has.
This drive started on the 30-yard line, and now they're just outside the Northview 30.
Ralph Jones, DB, is in there. Like I said, trying to get as many of these guys as some air time as we can. All right, there we go, Williams. And like I said, he's a tough player. He's back. He's looking there. There's a good quarterback draw. And he's going, there you, oh, okay, almost. He's trying to get to the outside as he's crossed the 30. See, there's a smart play. Let me throw that one out at you. Graham Duncan's chasing. Sometimes you get a little overexcited and could have popped the guy on out of bounds. Don't need to. It should be second and about 4. He picked up about 6, but we didn't do anything crazy. We played smart ball, ran him out of bounds over here. 2:28 to go in the game.
I tell you, Williams got a lot of speed.
Man, that guy's a good ball player.
He really is. You talk about how good of an athlete he is, and he's shown it.
Justin Lolliver, and I hope I said that right, Justin. If not, I know your mom will probably call me. Sophomore linebacker, number 58, in there getting some time as well. All right. Yeah, Williams been an athlete for Russell County. He's going to take it. He's going to look back. He's looking. Got some pressure coming in. Throws it to the right side. Can't hang on to it. James Johnson, that's his favorite target. Junior couldn't hold on. But, you know, Cougars in there playing hard in the backfield. We saw Hunter Stewart in there, sophomore, just a minute ago. He's coming off right now. He was in on that play. Let's see who else we got out here. Let's see, 69. There we go. Denzel Oliver, junior linebacker, in there as well.
I think we've probably seen almost the whole Cougar
Yeah, I could just start reading the list almost, couldn't I? All right.
Which is good. This is great. This is
what you
want to
see. Absolutely. That's what you want to see. These guys getting some playing time because they never know when they're going to be called on to play here. All right, Williams going to take out a shotgun, roll to his right. He's under heavy pursuit right now by Ricky Collins. Throws it downfield. There's a nice play. There it is. Ricky Collins, sophomore defensive end, flushes him out of the pocket, and he can't pick anything up, so we're going to have 4th and 4 with 1:52.
So they're going to go for it on 4th down. I think you'll see them try to go to the end zone.
I think
on this play.
It's going to be one of two things. It's going to be that, or we're going to see the, or else we're going to see the Brandon Williams show. He's going to get flushed out and run out and try to pick it up on his own. But I'm with you. He either throws it for 6, or he tries to pick it up on his own.
It's been a big night for the Cougars tonight. They came out the first drive. They were a little sluggish. They picked up a few penalties on that drive, but once they got going, which that drive it resulted in a TD, but it took them a little time.
Williams is going to roll out to the right, and he's got a wide open field. There he is, 25-20. He's going to be down at about the 15 out of bounds. Might have some. Well, okay, just a little anxious over there. I think we tackled him up in about the 4th row over there, but they're not going to call it. It was they know these guys are just excited. It's a first down, and Williams had an open field and did what he should have done, which is move the chains and get a couple of more downs, see what we can get done with those.
And you called that one, Jimbo. You said he'll probably keep it and try to run with it, and he did. He picked up a first down, so it's 1st and 10. The ball's on the 11-yard line. Just a little over a minute and a half left in the game. Cougars in control, 51-15.
All right, here we go, and we'll see. We're going to see some Cougars in pursuit out here because Williams is going to send them. He's going to flood them out there, and then if doesn't have it, he's going to run for it. Well, and there you go. There it is, quarterback draw. But those young Cougars up front not going to let him get but about 3 yards down to the 13-yard line. And I'd love to call some tackle numbers, but I don't know if I'll have them. There's Denzel Oliver coming back in for the Cougars. It looks like we got a timeout. They're all coming over here to the sideline, and we'll see what we got happening here.
You know, this drive started on their own 30-yard line, so they put together a good drive here in the closing minutes of the game.
When you're down 51-15, you just can't take this much time, though, can you?
No, you can't. You can't.
Well, it's about getting, your coach, when everybody, most people that play ball been on one side of a loss like that. And what you do is, if you're a coach for Russell County, you do the same thing. The things you can't simulate in practice, knocking heads against each other when people know the plays, etc. You get out here and you run some things that you hopefully you can build on for future games.
So
that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, Mitt.
Well, it's a good story.
All right.
But it's been a great night for the Cougars, and they have done – we can't say enough about the special teams tonight.
Absolutely.
The job that they've done.
All right. And we're going to line up here for about a 2nd and 7 at the 13. And we know the story. Williams going to be handoff over there, over the 10, down to the 5, out to the 4, and that's his favorite running back, Devon Alexander, who's going to ramble and stamble down to about the 4-yard line. That's going to be make it a 1st and goal with a buck and a quarter left in the game. And
so we're going to see if the Cougars can step up and stop them from getting in the end zone.
We are. Let's see. And I know these guys want to. Like I said, remember, these Cougar guys that are coming in and getting some playing time now. There's Eric Matthews, senior defensive lineman, in there as well. These guys are coming in now, and, they're playing against this first-team Russell County offense, and you say, well, they're tired, but that offense, there's may not be that. They've been on the field some, but not Cougars had the time of possession. Should be a good bit time of possession there.
Yeah, this would be a really good moral victory for the reserves on the Cougar team if they can stop them here inside the 5-yard line with the 1st down.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I know they want to.
And Russell County is wanting to make it a moral victory, too, if they can score another touchdown. So,
and we're going to see if all these guys, if Gambrelli and Stewart and Craig Powell and all these guys, Kyle Grumben, and all these guys can get in here, and let's see what we got up our sleeve. Now, let's do this. Predict your play. What do you think?
I think it's going to be a keeper.
I see Williams. I'm like you. Williams may roll out, and he's going to try to run it in.
He's going to try to go,
off this side. And tell you what, they're not going to let him
And
do
he
it. He
fumbles.
fumbles. Oh, no, they're going to call him down. They are going to call him down, which is good because they recovered in the end zone. But he tried to run off this left side. Let me tell you, those Cougars tried to tighten up, weren't going to let him get in there, were they? Tried to stretch over, and you saw what happened.
And he was lucky to get that ball back because it could have
lucky.
very easily gone to the Cougars.
And we're going to be just about, by the time they get this off, we'll be inside of a minute. I think you're going to probably see a sneak. Again, first-team offense in there. And you see what you got, number 57. It didn't happen. The ball came out again. All right, let's see.
They call a touchdown.
Well, you know what's interesting about that play? You notice John Childrey, their offensive lineman, the way they set that up, they kind of act like it's a pulling guard. He gets right behind the quarterback and pushes him. They used to call there was an aiding the runner call. You hardly ever saw it called, but they act like he's pulling. They get in there and try to move the pile. But with 50 seconds left, Russell County's going to go ahead and punch this one in, but not without some stiff resistance from the Cougar reserves out there and the young guys. And I wish there was a better name than reserves. I don't know what you call them. Not that that's a bad name, but they're out there. And, of course, they're going to go for two here and see if they can just make something for ball. He's going to hand it off up the middle, and he's going to get in there. Devon Alexander, starting running back, is going to push it over for the two-point conversion. So with 50 seconds left, score will be Northview 51, Russell County Warriors 23. All right, the Northview band and everybody got the Apache going over here, the dance. You see them over here, Mitt? Dun,
oh,
bum,
yes.
Bum, bum.
And that was a 70-yard drive. The ball started, that drive started on Russell County's own 30-yard line. So
got the hands team in here as well. This is another good time to practice that. And there you go, Cougars. Let's see, there you go. That's what that's what you want to do. Cougars brought in, some people say, they brought their starters in. Well, they did. They brought them in because they need to practice an onside kick with hostile territory coming at them, and that's what it was. And, of course, they recovered. I think that's Mitchell Morales. I say that was Mitchell. Who was that? No, I can't tell. You know what? That may have been Justin. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. Cougars were on top of it, and was not Mitchell. But Cougars were on top of it. And the one thing on that onside kick you get, Mitt, if you're the guy that covers it, you just count on a couple of helmets coming in and popping you while you lay them.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. But we're fine.
Got to get a lick in there.
Yep. And
got to have some contact.
And the Cougars have got some folks in here. We got Daniel George in here on, matter of fact, we got a penalty you and I are talking about so much. It must have been a motion, legal procedure penalty. They're going to back them up 5 yards again. So Cougars are going to get to do this one more time. Based on the spot, it may have been Boyle over there based on the way they're lining up this time. So it may have been John Boyle again that covered that one a minute ago.
So they're going to re-kick it.
They're going to back it up, re-kick it, and let's see what happens with 47 seconds. But, hey, that's even better. Coach has got to be happy. Hey, let's try this one again. Hey, he's going to go ahead and kick it downfield, and that's going to be picked up by, I think that's, everybody got a little anxious in there. That was Graham Duncan that got the ball. Graham would have had a little running room, but everybody trying to come back there, give him a hand and help, and tripped him up. His own folks kind of had him tripped up off the start. So 37 seconds left to go in the game. I know we're going to see Chitty come out at quarterback, and I would think that you'll probably just see, I don't know, we'll just have to see what you're going to see. You're going to have Martavius Bell in at running back as well as Shaderick Thomas, and I think you'll probably, you may go ahead and give these guys some reps. Hey, listen, they didn't slow down. It's up to them to stop us. Let's see what we do with it. Chitty's going to hand it off. That's a good play. I like that. Hand it off to Bell. Let him get a carry under his belt. He's going to pick up about 2 off the left side. And, unless the ball clock stops for some reason, that'll probably do it, Mitt. Let's see what that happens.
That's probably going to do it.
That is going to do it. We're inside the play clock, so that's not going to matter when you restart it. Cougars won't run another play, and I tell you what, it's been a great night for the Cougars tonight, obviously. Give them something to go on and go ahead and get started. Got a lot of players, a lot of work. And these guys are going to be able to take something, build off in the next week. And, got the rest of these region games, but here's notching one up. And we're going to go 3-2-1, and it's over. And, of course, Cougars come across the field to see these guys. And a lot of these young guys on the field at the end of the game, which doesn't happen often. They're excited, but Cougars meeting them across more than halfway to show some good sportsmanship and good stuff. So, in closing, final score here tonight. I am here with my buddy Mitt, and Willie's over here wearing the camera out for us, and it's 51 for the Northview Cougars and 23 for the Russell County Warriors, and they'll be on the road next week. By the time you see this, we'll be working up toward that Dothan High game, and we appreciate you watching, and y'all have a great evening. Mitt, anything you want to say in closing?
Hey, a great performance tonight by Northview, and I tell you what, I think they're headed in the right direction, and still A lot of road ahead of them, but I think tonight is a pivotal point for Northview. They came out, they did what they had to early in the game and took control, and I think it's a sign of things to come.
I'm with you. All right. And that's, again, final score, Northview Cougars 51, Russell County Warriors 23. Hope you had a great time watching the game, and we'll see you at the next one.